joins us shortly. He
no,
has
that's
arrived.
the important one.
That's it,
boys.
That is the casting vote. Yeah. So as we get ready for this magnificent clash, so the Lavington Panthers with the 1-2 win-loss record coming into this one, and the Wang Rovers a mirror image, 1 win and 2 losses. As we get ready again, the Lavington Panthers warming up to the Hannah Street end, and we've got the Rovers to the scoreboard end.
A couple of long sleeves for the Lavy boys tonight, the long sleeve brigade. I didn't think it was that cold, but
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right, Dan. And they are wearing their black playing strip. We should make that clear to everyone. Yep. We did see them wear the silver strip earlier on in the year. They wore the black Guernseys last week down in Yarrawonga.
Back to their original.
That's right. So they're wearing those Port Adelaide Guernseys, if you like, black with the teal and white V. And as we know, the Wang Rovers in the Hawthorn Guernseys of the gold and brown.
Best colours there are, Lukey.
Let's not go too far.
Yep, Easter Monday, mate. Absolutely. Oh, it was great.
Yeah, no, they played out of their skin, didn't they, the Hawks?
No, they did. Just Sammy Mitchell's doing some good stuff down there, mate.
Which was a hard watch for myself, being a Cats man. And look, Scott's mob tomorrow, North and the Cats.
That's an easy win.
In Tassie, and you guys have got the Swannies on Monday.
We've got Swanee on Anzac. We got the Swannies on Anzac Day down at Launceston, so that'll be a ripper.
What are your thoughts?
We've got a couple of out, CJ and our big ruckman Ned Reeves. So I think Sydney might get over us, unfortunately.
Do you? Yeah,
yep.
Gee, they're in great form, aren't they?
They're a good team to play, and I think Buddy's named as well, so that's always a danger, especially down in Tassie.
Yep, no, that's absolutely right. Saturday, the 23rd of April, and the 4th week of O&M footy season 2022. And as we said, Scott Montgomery, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis here in what is a wonderful media centre. Just a super facility.
Best in the league, Lukey.
Well, good to see you boys are up there. Yeah, good media facility. Obviously, I got kicked out again.
Where are you, Scott?
No, I'm down on the ground, boys. Just having a look at the ground. It's looking fantastic. The toss has just been had, and Captain Grumpy, Luke Garland, has won the toss and is kicking towards the, or what do you want to call it, the Urana Road end of the ground, or the number 2 oval end of the ground. So they'll kick that way first, boys.
And Scott Montgomery, of course, brought to you by the Newmarket Hotel tonight. And now it's time to welcome in another skipper, Scott Montgomery. It is the great Gus McLeod. He's joined us up in the Lavington Sports Ground Media Box. How are you, Gus?
Hello, Luke. Welcome. I hope I'm more than Captain Grumpy. I'd like to be sort of half mediocre captain in terms of the grumpiness. And only when the tech issues don't go wrong, we're in for a pretty good day at the office. But great to be with you boys here on O&M Live. A cracking win in the netball to the Lavington Panthers. They've started the year with an absolute bang. And I can't wait for this game of football, boys. A really strong win for Yarrawonga in our first game of the day. And if that's an entree to the main course today, Lukey Francis, bring it on, I say.
Yeah, absolutely, Gus. And we're just talking about the contrast in these two teams in our pre-game, of course, brought to you by Gilly Steel, about the Lavington Panthers in close, seem to be physical from what we've seen this year, and the Wang Rovers just get out into space and are great runners. So it'd be interesting to see how they clash tonight and meet when this game starts.
So teams making their way to their respected starting positions. Gus McLeod, Daniel Vaccaro, Luke Francis and Scott Montgomery with you. It's the Panthers and the Rovers live from the Lavington Sports Ground. Great to have your company on 1494 2AY, 1566 3E, and streaming right across the globe via the Ovens and Murray live stream. Great to have Trav Cartwright and Luke Chilcott from Wangaratta Computers putting together today's broadcast. First quarter action, thanks to Blacklocks in Wodonga. We're not too far away from getting underway here at the recently redeveloped Lavington Sports Ground. It's the Rovers and the Panthers on O&M Live. Here's Luke Francis.
McQuaid and Hannah contest the ruck, and Shutt goes out with the left foot for the Rovers, gets it down to the half-forward flank, and the ball comes out for the Panthers. Tom Hargrave finds it in his hands, goes to Gaffney, and then on to Glanville, and they come out to Bevan. On centre wing, missing Sean Driscoll, it carried over his head. Now that is Boyd for the Rovers, and then back to Sam Murray, who he said has been in scintillating form for the Rovers. And at the start of this season, McQueen, right foot off the ground, Philo inboard now, so the Rovers start to link up back to Philo. That was nice. And then a right foot up towards centre half forward. Bristow puts it on the right boot, sends it inside 50. One of the first forward entries for the Rovers, coming back to the top of the 50, and the Panthers will get a chance to bring it out. Well, actually, the Rovers coming back in now, Gus.
That they do. The football trickles into space, right half forward flank for the Wangaratta Rovers. Ball starts to get a little bit congested. Umpire can intervene here, blow his whistle, and that he does. So a hot start to this first quarter on O&M Live, thanks to Blacklocks in Wodonga. Scores yet to be broken, 0 apiece on the steel line scoreboard. 40 metres out from the Rovers' goal. Good pressure applied from both teams. Football trickles towards the boundary line, and the umpire concedes a boundary throw-in out of bounds 40 metres out from the Rovers' goal.
Brody Foley started well, boys. He's had 2 early touches, so good for him on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Okay, boys, so Hannah Street end, outer side. We're about to get a boundary throw-in. Edge of the 50 arc. In comes the ball. Hannah down in front. Dylan Stone comes out of the pack, gets the hand pass on to McQueen, has a shot at the sticks, and they're away. So the Wang Rovers get first blood here at the Lavington Sports Ground, and they are 1 straight 6 to the Panthers yet to score. And the goal going the way of McQueen. Jake has kicked a beauty, Gus McLeod.
That he certainly has. He's been in blistering form up for Southern Districts in the Northern Territory. Monty, and now we're starting to see him bring that form to the Ovens of Murray.
Yeah, absolutely, boys. And he just crumbed that really well. Probably Hannah won the ruck tap, but he was able to just take it through. And, no defensive pressure on that defensive side to stop him, and it was a good finish.
The Rovers draw first blood on the steel line scoreboard. 1 straight to the Lavington Panthers, yet to score. 2.5 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Hargrave with his head over the footy. Marklew gets involved in a free kick and a whistle. It's going to go the way of the Lavington Panthers. It's Hargrave. And this is Tom. True centre half back, kicks out wide to the Velodrome side. Nice pressure from the Rovers. Getting amongst the action is Hopper. Right foot kicking towards the true centre. Was intercepted nicely by Marklew. Tapped in towards space by Philo. The Rovers have numbers as they come out towards this broadcast side. Nice collision. Philo gets amongst the action. Linking up nicely is Naish, who kicks out to true centre wing broadcast side, and he finds Stewie Booth.
So Stewie Booth right down in front of our commentary position, centre wing. And he's taken some time to move this ball on. Goes to Dylan Stone. Down the line. Beautiful kick. Good hit. And the mark has been taken as Lanaz swings it in. Another forward entry for the Rovers. Front man, I reckon. Yep. And the Panthers have taken the mark. And that is Butler. So Butler with a beautiful defensive mark, in which will give him some confidence. He goes very short. And the Panthers just chipping around here. The ball is with Harland. Still in their defensive 50. Out to Will Glanville. And they'll take it to the other side. Low kick. Smith has worked his way up the ground. He's got some pace, this guy. And
try batting with him, Lukey.
Is that right, Gus?
Oh, not fun.
There you go. Running between wickets, Gus.
Not my
Murray
strength.
Has taken a defensive mark, and he swings it back into the middle for the Rovers, and they might get out here, Gus.
And they're playing slingshot footy, football true centre to Lavington Sports Ground. They come out wide, they link up nicely over the top, and here come the Rovers. Stone goes inside forward, 50 to Bristow on the lead. Nice football there from the Wangaratta Rovers. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. That's the style of football they're going to want to play. Open up the corridor and get it in quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's easy as a forward. Once you've got that sort of movement, it's just very easy to get that 1 or 2 metres on your opponent. And the kick from Dylan Stone was absolutely spot on. Hit him on the chest, and Bristow will go back here and have an easy shot.
45 metres on a 45-degree angle. Opens it up a little bit, and he's pushed it across to the right-hand side, does Mac Briscoe. For a minor score, the Wangaratta Rovers 1-1-7 to Lavington, yet to score. It's on the steel line scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks.
Yeah, Rovers have asserted their dominance early, boys. They've had the 4 inside 50s to Lavington's, just the 1 on the 40 wing stat sheet.
So Butler to bring it in for the Panthers. So, as I said, already taken defensive mark in this game. He leaves the square and launches a high ball to almost the centre of the ground, outer side. Jolliffe is in pursuit of it for the Rovers. Coming through beautifully with Smith. Gets it on the right boot for the Panthers and sends it forward. Going back there was Carpenter. He's got a chance to pick it up. But Jack Driscoll gets his hands on the Sharon, spits it out. Ball rolling along the ground. Dangerous back here for the Rovers. It might have gone across the line. It has for one behind. And the Panthers have their first score on the board. 117 pays the Panthers one behind as the ball's at the scoreboard and Gus McLeod.
So Sam Murray, who's probably hitting his best form that we've seen him in the Ovens and Murray across the last 2 or 3 years. As I moz him, he kicks out from full-back. It's a half volley. The umpire's going to ball the footy up 51 metres out from Lavington's goal. Directly in front. Hannah's going to go up in the ruck for the Panthers and he taps it down in towards space. Carpenter got a knock without the footy and Luke Garland applies a big crunching tackle. Will ball the footy up once again. If you just joined the broadcast, the Rovers 1-1-7 to Lavington, one behind. Free kick and a whistle. It's for a hold and it's going to go the way of Tim Hannah for the Lavington Panthers, who handballs quickly to Hargrave, wants to get the footy inside forward 50, not his best kick. Nice work from Raven Jolliffe defensively for the Rovers. They handball back in towards space. Welcome back, Pup Clark. Links up nicely with Tom Boyd with a low chiseler to Alex Marklew on the left half-back flank.
Marklew shifts the ball into the centre. And the mark is taken by Cody Shutt. He's called to play on, so he has to move it. And he does, down to the half-forward flank this time. A mark dropped by Glanville. Now he makes a tackle on a Rover. Ball at ground level wrapped up. And we'll have a contest. So, ball near side of the Lavington Sports Ground. Hannah goes up with Timms. Hargrave tried to get a boot to it. Hannah, he throws it on the boot. The ball is now with Jack Gerrish for the Rovers. Takes the mark, spears it out to Carpenter. Carpenter wide to McCarthy. In fact, that's Gorman in the 19 Guernsey. So the Rovers need a lead now. He hasn't got much movement, has Gorman. So he's going to go with a wobbly old kick. Didn't come off the boot at all well. Rolling in front of the 10-metre square. And the Panthers bring it out, Gus, and they are away.
It's a nice kick from Glanville. Gets it up to true centre wing, Velodrome's side. Nolan stands and observes as the umpire balls the footy up. Across boundary side, Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, boys, you can see they're trying to get the ball in nice and quick and one-on-ones, but obviously that kick there from Regan Gorman just wasn't quite up to scratch, and the Panthers were able to repel.
Nice clearing kick from Glanville. Down the line, trying to find Dixon, or Cook, I should say. Bit too much on it for him. Murray gets tackled. The umpire says it's a free kick for a dump. Didn't have the footy. Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, all the guys from Wang have started really, really well. Boys, Sam Murray, Brody Fowler and Dylan Stone have had the 3 touches on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So there is Murray. And he goes with a long kick to centre wing on the far side. Ball at ground level. And we'll have another stoppage. So Glanville just couldn't get that ball before it hit the deck. Here we go. Hannah, McQuaid, Hargrave, off to Glanville. He started the game well. He's getting his hands on the footy. Sends it up towards the top of the 50, but the Rovers have the ball and are wrapped up. And Raven Jolliffe is gone, and the Panthers will receive the footy. So they're in possession through Dixon, who's just lost his mouth guard. Had to throw it back in, and then a shocking hand pass to a runner outside him. They really did muck that play up. Jolliffe back onto Carpenter. In fact, that was Murray, I should say. Now on to Gerrish, over the top to Dylan Stone. So they really need a kick here. And the ball's with Mark Clue, Gus, as they move it down the outer side.
Yeah, it's a nice-looking kick. They link up nicely. It's McQuaid, undersized ruckman today for the Rovers. 55 metres from home, gets it into the hot spot to a contest. Bristow brings it to ground level. The Rovers have numbers in pursuit. Free kick, whistle. It's a high. The umpires have seen this one going the way of the Rovers. There's a lot of players around this footy. Can't work out who's got it just quite yet. It looks like it is McQueen who will get the kick. Of course, already kicked the first goal for the Rovers, boys, and in playing a more...
He's a good user too, boys.
Of course, he's come with big raps from the Ballarat League via the Northern Territory through Southern Districts and the East Point Football Club in Ballarat. He's already kicked one as Jake McQueen, and he starts his approach from 35 metres out directly in front. It's a beautiful looking kick, and the Rovers have got the first 2 on the Steel Line scoreboard. 2-1, the Wangaratta Rovers to the Lavington Panthers, yet to register a major. They're just the one behind. We've played 10 minutes on the Albury. GJ Gardner Holmes time clock as we go boundary side. Scott Montgomery for the Newie.
Yeah, just a silly free kick, really, when you're that close to goal. You just got to make sure you're not giving any of those away because it's just an easy finish for a player of the calibre of Jake McQueen.
Yeah, that's right. So that's how you want to start a football game. 2 majors on the board early. Well done, Jake. So the Rovers on top, 13 plays, 1 early, back in the middle, and we should restart, and there is a whistle. So the ball's going to the Rovers. McClue gets it to the outer side to Carpenter, the captain of his team, as he thumps it forward, high kick inside 50, an entry was a spinning Sharon, border ground level, and Hargrave got it on to Ashley Cooper, and they come up to centre half forward. Now the Panthers, Hennessy tried to break away from the Rovers tackle, but Jolliffe did well and was able to hold him up, and they win it on half-back, Gus McLeod.
Raven Jolliffe starting to get back to his best form that we've seen him play at. As the football goes out wide from McQuaid, it's a good-looking kick. True centre wing broadcast side. Jack Gerish, right foot kick. Velodrome side, inside forward 50. Markley was the target. Glamber with a clumsy handball in towards space. Markley trickles the football along the ground. Coming through is Butler. Got a nice little kick away to clear their defensive danger. Coming through nicely was Corby Robertson. Handballs backwards to go forwards. They come up towards true centre wing broadcast side. Getting amongst the action was Driscoll. Nolan's at the bottom of the pack for the Rovers, and the football eventually trickles out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Just forward a true centre wing favouring the Rovers broadcast side. Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks.
Tommy Hargrave started really well for Lavington, boys. He's up to the 6 touches now on the 40 Wink stat sheet.
Okay, so we're ticking up towards the 12-minute mark. Opening term here at the Lavington Sports Ground. Driscoll up against McQuaid. Ball down in front. This is O'Brien. Comes away from the clearance. Gets it on the right boot. He's in the long sleeves tonight. Sends it up towards the half-forward flank. And here goes Sean Driscoll. Puts the foot down. Straightens up. Goes for home. Will this be the first for the Panthers? It is. So well done. Sean Driscoll bursting away on the half-forward flank. Has run inside 50. And the Panthers get their first here on their home deck. 13 plays 7 as we go down to Scott Montgomery from the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, great piece of crumbing there from Sean Driscoll. Just hit it at pace and was able to be nice and clean and break away from the pack and then finish it off with a nice, classy goal.
Just for 40 Wink stats, boys, Lavington, after a slow start, have moved their way into the game. They're up to 4 inside 50s now on the 40 Wink stat sheet.
O&M Live Footy, great to have your company on 2A White and 3 and 8, all streaming across the globe on the live stream. McQuaid goes up in the ruck, give that one to him against Driscoll. Coming through, nice tackle applied by Garland, football in towards space. Nice bit of play here for the Panthers to get the football away through Gaffney and go deep inside forward, 52 a contest. Ball hits the deck, 20 metres out from goal. Chasing it back in towards the fence is Boyd. More than happy to concede a rush behind on the steel line scoreboard. Lavington 1-2-8 to the Wangaratta Rovers 2-1-13 on the steel line scoreboard. And Murray will kick in from fullback.
And he does. Oh, he tried to hit Carpenter, bounced off his chest, back to Murray. Can they clean up here? Out wide to Nolan. So they get out of trouble. The Rovers, well done in the end. Oh, beautiful mark taken by McQuaid. Just got a clutch on the footy. As we understand it, could get a little dewy, you tell me, Gus, in the second half here tonight. But hopefully the first half stays pretty dry conditions for these players.
Fingers crossed. Lavington have got the footy. True centre wing Velodrome side with Hopper, who kicks long down the line. Not his best kick. Philo left it behind. Getting amongst the action nicely is O'Brien. Handballs backwards to Hopper, who wants to go deep inside forward 50 to the hot spot. Coming through is Hannah. Brought it to ground level. Nice little kicking towards space from Garland. Pick up beautifully from Gaffney in towards space. O'Brien crumbing towards the boundary. Snaps and kicks towards goal. Darcy Smith right on the goal line. I thought he got pushed in the back. Umpire's going to adjudicate this one as a boundary throw-in as Nolan takes it out of bounds 25 metres out from Lavington's goal in front of the new grandstand and cricket pavilion, Luke.
Yeah, it is, Gus. I was with you. I thought Smith might have caught one high there. He could have caught a free kick. Boyd sort of went the punch and it ended up in the side of Smith's head, I thought. Anyway, play goes on. Murray brings it away. Yeah, that's right. Guess who? Sam Murray. Oh, gee, that might be out in the full, is it? So that wasn't his best kick. Usually so good by foot, but he's turned it over, and Will Glanville is going to bring it back in for the Panthers. So what can they do on this occasion? Trying to find a man in front, which was Dixon. Now there is a whistle.
And it's against Boyd here, I think, Luke, for either a push in the back or a high. And
I think you paid to chop the arms there, Gussie.
Very stiff. I thought it was a fairly even contest from Boyd, Monty.
Yeah,
I think it proves but the old saying of punch from behind.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much in it. But anyway, Dixon with the ball for the Panthers. And he has a chance to kick their second to the scoreboard end. What can he do? Left foot comes in. Tell you what, no, he's missed it to the outer side, and that is another behind. So 13 plays 9 as we tick up towards the 16-minute mark at the Lavington Sports Ground. Gus McLeod, the Panthers versus the Rovers.
Murray plays on from fullback and wants to go Velodrome side once again towards true centre wing. Marklew makes a good contest. McQueen goes backwards to go forward, links up nicely. The Rovers switch the footing. The ball comes out to Joel Smith. Now they want to come out broadcast side. Probably not the best handball in towards space. Lavington have numbers. Garland goes inboard. Left foot kick from Ashley Cooper's intercepted nicely by Will Nolan with the dreadlocks. Left foot kick switches the football to the Velodrome side. Fumbling at the crucial moment. The Rovers have numbers. Kick up the line was okay from Nash. True centre wing, Velodrome side. I'm going to slow the football down here a little bit. The ball's in the hands of Timms.
Yeah, and he's calling for someone to lead, Timms, and he goes for a high ball down towards the edge of the 50. Whistle, player going to ground. It is a Panther, and it looks like Driscoll. So he'll have the ball. Did you see what happened there, Scott Montgomery?
Yeah, just a slight push in the back and just taken out of the contest. Just another one, boys. Pup Clark's getting a bit of attention on a corky in the thigh, and also Alex Marklew's come off limping, so I'll keep an eye on that one.
Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. So ball on centre wing. Rovers. Naish, oh gee, got brought to ground in a heavy tackle from Hopper, and he's gone. So Hopper will receive for Sharon, just right of centre wing on the outer side. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to come back inboard? No, he's going to ignore it, and he goes out wide. And he's got Dixon in a 2-on-1, well now 3-on-1. Boyd playing defensively tonight. We saw him swing last week, as we said in the pre-game. And then along the ground, that was a pretty ordinary kick, put his teammate under pressure. But the Rovers will get away with it, Gus McLeod.
Carpenter goes to Nolan in the back pocket, and then they're going to come broadcast side. Nice kick in towards space from Nolan. Favours the boundary line. Nice defensive pressure applied. And Lavington, they'll concede a boundary throw in. Nice work there from Ashley Cooper. So we might cross to Scott Montgomery to get an update on those Rovers boys to the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, mate. Pup Clark's just got the strapping on the leg, so I think he's right to go. And I think might have just been a knock for Marklew, so he's all good to go as well.
O'Brien left it behind. The ball comes back favouring the Rovers here. Shut, handballs out wide. Nice looking kick as Nash goes long down the line. Trying to find Bristow. Brought it to front and centre position but had no support. Corby Robertson, handballs over the top. Harlan busts through the pack. Put Dixon under a bit of pump. Glanville, free kick. It's going to be a hold. And it's going to come backwards here. It's going to favour the Lavington Panthers. Ball's in the hands of the late inclusion. Nicholson, who's going to kick down the line. Broadcast side to a 2-on-1. Probably not his best kick. Murray took a strong mark. Intercepts nicely for the Rovers.
And then he spins it into the middle. And the Rovers go through McQueen into the outer side to Garish. Garish, what can he do here? Chips over, down towards the goal square. Well, I don't know about that delivery. Annette comes out to Glanville. And the Panthers get out to the outer side. And it's turned over. Dylan Stone tried to intercept that mark. In fact, that was Naish. Now Driscoll picks it up for the Panthers. Puts a right boot down to centre wing on the outer side. Strong contest going in hard there. Was Dixon. Comes out to Robertson. Ball at bootlace level. Now picked up. Spits out the side of the contest. So players just going in on the outer side. Bit of scrappy play at the moment. Now Annette. Ball still on the turf here at the Lavington Sports Ground. Who can get their hands on it? Shutt went in. He got it stolen off him. Now they go forward through Gorman, and the mark is taken defensively by Glanville, and they come to this side, Gus.
And Hopper got to work really closely here, because here comes the pressure from the Rovers. Ball at ground level. Bristow left it behind. Big crunching tackle applied by Booth. Handballs over the top in towards space. Mark Lew's back on the ground. Glanville. Dangerous kick towards Corby Robertson in the hot spot. Calls for holding the football. Ball trickles out. Adam Butler happy to pump this one into the centre of the Lavington Sports Ground. Good contest at true centre. The Rovers have numbers behind the footy. Nice little left foot kick out wide came from Timms. And the Rovers have the footy velodrome side. Right foot kick inside forward 50, trying to find McQueen. Ball at ground level. Here's a chance for Miraz Lanaz, who snaps across the body to the top of the goal square. And conceding a boundary throw into the Lavington Panthers will cross to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, for Wang Rovers, boys, Sam Murray's up to his 10th touch on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's been fantastic this quarter.
Hannah Street ends deep in the pocket as the ball comes back in. Driscoll up against Bristow. In fact, it was McClue. Ball out the back of the pack. Swinging on to the right foot was Dylan Stone. I reckon he's kicked that. That is an absolute gem and a Sun-Jan goal of the day. There's no doubt about that. That was a beauty. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. Wonderful to watch.
Yeah, he's had a great first quarter so far, Dylan Stone, and just showed his class there for a great finish. And that's the sort of kicking that really allows the Wangaratta Rovers to open up the ground with the way he kicks the ball. And then when he gets inside 50, he's so dangerous around the goal face.
Yeah, Dylan Stone's been fantastic, boys. He's had the 5 touches and kicked the 1 goal on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So 1-3-9, the Lavington Panthers, the Wangaratta Rovers 3-1-19. It's on the Steel Line scoreboard. We've played 22 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. Umpire gets the football back in the centre of the ground, and here come the Panthers. Ashley Cooper with a clearing kick inside forward 50 for Lavington. Big Jack Driscoll's at the drop of the footy. They have numbers through Nolan, do the Rovers, and they ends it defensive 50, I should say. Ball comes out wide to the Velodrome side, taking a nice strong mark. Umpire's going to make him work for that one is Smith. Handball's over the top. Or no, he doesn't. Darren Creswell, as you can hear through our special effects, Mike, maybe suggesting that could have been a 50-metre penalty. Towards true centre half forward go the Rovers. Ball's at ground level, spilling out in towards space. Here comes McQueen. Right foot kick in towards the forward line. Fumbling at the crucial moment are the Rovers. Free kick high, I think. Put his head over the football. Did Booth, I think. In fact, it is Stuart Booth. He'll go back and have a set shot 40 metres out on a slight angle, Monty.
Yeah, he's got to be smarter when you're coming into one of those contests, as he's got over the, even though some will say he ducked, he still has to be able to pick up the footy, so you've got to be careful when you're approaching that and be able to lay the tackle correctly.
So this for the Rovers' 4th. Stewie Booth. Right foot kick will come on board now. Looks good off the boot. He's kicked it. The Rovers have got 4 on the Steel Line scoreboard. 4-1-25 to the Lavington Panthers. 1-3-9. A really strong start favouring the team kicking towards the Hannah Street end of the ground. It's the Wangaratta Rovers. We go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, they've started really, really well this quarter, boys, the Rovers. They've had the 11 inside 50s to Lavington's 9 on the 40-wing stat sheet. They're looking good.
Yeah, so the Panthers desperately need the next goal here on their home turf because the first quarter has got away on them. As we tick up towards the 23.5-minute mark, ball back in the centre. O'Brien gets his hands on the Sharon, got brought to ground, and he was pinged with it. So the Rovers come out to this side, and away they go through Booth again. And he has a bounce, Booth. Now he settles. Handball over the top. Maybe he should have kicked it. Try to find Dylan Stone. He gets brought off. I don't think he had it in the end. Yep, no, he's gone. Cole, the umpire said, and he was in the best position, and Annetts has the ball, and he brings it broadcast side, Gus.
And he kicks towards Hannah, who takes a good strong mark out in front. He had some pressure from McQuaid. Little chip kick down the line, probably not his best. Markley went back with the flight and intercepted beautifully. He was playing more that hybrid role in season 2022 with some more forward support from Bristow. So Mark Luke kicks in towards the pocket, trying to find Bristow right on cue, but Adam Butler with brute strength read it like a book to intercept for the Panthers. The kick out wide's okay. Nicholson under the pump. Here's a chance for Bristow, taken in a tackle by Butler. Ball's 40 metres out from Lavington's goal, and he's paid holding the footy Remarkable, if you ask me. The Panthers clear the football down towards the broadcast wing. Murray at ground level got taken in a tackle nicely. Umpire says we'll ball the footy up. Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, you can hear both benches probably through the microphone, boys. They're not happy with a few of the calls that are going either way, but that's football, I guess. They're going to call the right ones and the wrong ones every now and again.
Yeah, game's certainly gone up a notch. Clicked up a gear here at the Lavington Sports Ground as we approach quarter time. Cody Shutt for the Rovers. And what will he do on this occasion? He comes wide to a one-on-one out here. Booth couldn't win the contest. Panthers bring it away through Hopper. Hopper steadies, high ball, down towards Dixon. Oh, did well. Second bite of the cherry. Took the Sharon. Ignores Hopper on the inside for the handball and then kicks down the line looking for Jack Driscoll. Couldn't quite take the mark in that occasion. Carpenter. Now Hopper again. Panthers go in, wobbly old kick, just trying to find any black Guernsey down there. Thought that may have been pushing the back to the Panthers. Rovers coming out, and there is a whistle.
It's holding the footy, Luke.
Okay, there you go, Gus, and it's going to go to Ben Ashley Cooper, who'll have a shot inside 50.
I thought a little bit stiff and maybe a little bit whistle happy from the umpires, but nonetheless, if it's consistent for both teams, you don't mind it, Luke. And Ashley Cooper, this is well within his wheelhouse.
Yes, certainly is, to the scoreboard end. And the number 9 Guernsey comes in and he's hooked it to the near side. And he won't be happy with that, Ben. And he's put it through for one behind. So 4-1-25 plays 1-3-9. Close to the first term break, Gus.
First quarter action for Blacklocks in Wodonga. Great to have your company as the Panthers do battle with the Rovers as the siren sounds for quarter time here on O&M Live. Lavington 1-4-10 and they trail the Wangaratta Rovers 4-1-25. It was a brilliant first quarter. On the other side of the break, we'll come back to the Lavington Sports Ground. We'll take a look at the Optus quarters best. We'll dissect the 40-wing stats and we'll find out what the coaches had to say with Scott Montgomery riding the boundary for the Newmarket Hotel. You're listening to O&M Live on 2AY and 3&E, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
A.T. Jones.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Welcome back to O&M Live. Great to have your company on 1494 2A1, 1566 3NE. It's the Rovers 25 to the Lavington Panthers 10 at quarter time. Dan Vaccaro's got your Optus quarters best for your local Optus stores in Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Gussie. For Lavington, Optus' quarter's best was Tommy Hargrave. He was fantastic that quarter. He had the 8 touches, looked really prominent with the footy in hand. And for Wangaratta Rovers, well, who else but Sam Murray? He's had the 10 touches and he's fantastic that quarter off the half-back line.
Well, cross-boundary side, Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. The coaches are still addressing their players. What was the key messages at the quarter-time break?
Yeah, Kreza had his crew for a fair bit early on before they broke up into their group, so he just said that he was really happy with the way they're spreading him. Just probably need to use the ball a little bit better. Too many kicks are going out in front instead of hitting the target, which is probably making them a bit easier to defend once they go inside 50, so a few more chances if they can just link up a little bit better. And whereas listen to Adam Snyder, he's quite cool and calm. They've had their chances, so he said we just got to keep working them and defend a bit better through the arcs. Don't let their midfield get on top, and we should be right and win this game.
Scott, what's the surface like for you down there underfoot?
It's starting to get a little bit dewy. Just had a feel then, Luke. So,
yep.
I reckon in the next half an hour or so, I'll be really dewy and get quite slippery, this football.
Yeah.
Dan Vaccaro, let's cast our eye over the stats from the first quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, absolutely, boys. So for the team stats, the centre clearances, 4-1 in favour of the Lavington Panthers. The free kicks, we did mention there was a lot of free kicks played that quarter. So Lavington had 10 and Rovers had the 7. Inside 50s, 10-13 in favour of the Rovers. For the team stats, and then Ben Ashley Cooper with the 4 touches. Tommy Hargrave, as I mentioned earlier, the 8. Jakey O'Brien only had the 4. Sammy Hopper, I thought he was actually pretty good, has only had the 5, but he has actually been quite handy. Sam Murray 10. Brody Filo started hot, but he's finished with the 4. Sammy Carpenter 5, and Dylan Stone the 5 touches and 1 goal.
Quarter time, the Lavington Panthers 1-4-10, the Wangaratta Rovers 4-1-25. That's on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard. The spectators with a fairly decent crowd hit the Lavington Sports Ground tonight, slowly trickling and making their way off the surface. Gus McLeod and Luke Francis with you for McRae Motors. Dan Vaccaro's on the 40-wing stat sheet. And, of course, Scotty Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel with some good company. Dean Nicholson from the Newmarket, if you don't mind, he's probably going to try and sneak his way in for an interview at some stage.
He was throwing a few barbs too, just quietly, at his St. Patrick's teammate up there, Gussie.
No comment. Second quarter action on O&M Live is for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Here's Luke Francis.
McQuaid and also Hannah contesting the ruck to get this second term going at this outstanding facility. Hopper for the Panthers, just forward of centre half back, and he goes out wide and he finds a teammate in Glanville, so well done. Annette, swing behind Glanville, picks up the ball, and then a wobbly old kick down towards the half flank, forward flank in front of Robertson. Ball out of bounds on the far side, Gus, just right of centre wing.
Yeah, boys, just a quick one down here too. Alex Marklew started off the ground, just getting his foot re-strapped. So obviously when he come up hobbling, something with the foot, just getting that re-strapped. And Michael Clark's also started on the bench, and I think he may be done. I'm just going to confirm that before I go with it.
Breaking news from Monty, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Carpenter gets a clearing kick up towards centre half forward. Great defensive pressure, and Booth applies a nice tackle. Getting amongst the action nicely here is Stone. Handballs into space, appeals for kicking in danger. Hacked forward nicely there by McCarthy. Inside 50 go the Rovers. Mopping up is Billy Glanville. Kick out wide to Darcy Smith's not his best. Out of bounds for a boundary throw in 55, 60 metres out from the Rovers goal in front of the CMV truck and bus scoreboard, which reads Lavington Panthers 1-4-10, the Rovers 4-1-25.
Ball back into play. Now ground level. And Hargrave out of the contest, just got it on the boot quickly. Down in front of our broadcast position. McCarthy gets brought to ground, and he was pinged with it. So the ball will go to Robertson. So the Panthers with a chance to build something here off the half-back flank. Near side, he goes short and wide to Gaffney. Playing in the 18 Guernsey tonight for the Panthers. Pretty stagnant here. He's looking for an option. He's going to go down the line, and he might directly turn it over. He does to Naish, and Naish goes inboard, and he finds Jolliffe and the Rovers on the half-back flank, and they work it out of trouble, Gus.
Yeah, they do nicely. Tim's not his best kick, but it's going to work out favourably as McCarthy gets amongst the action and goes for a mongrel punt up towards the left half forward flank. The marks has been taken. And playing on quickly is Regan Gorman. In towards the hot spot. Bristow flew high and brought it to ground level. Glanville mops up nicely. Kicks in towards a teammate. And it's Nets on the half-back flank. Kicks out towards the Velodrome side. Garland held up nicely by Murray. Wants to find a handball. Running past, but in the end he's going to have to be forced to kick. Left foot kick's a beautiful one from the skipper. And Lavington have got the football on the half-forward line. Not many options presenting inside forward 50. So they're going to go by hands. Left foot kick to the top of the goal square from Driscoll's okay. O'Brien's all alone at the back. Plays on and kicks a Sunjam goal today. And he's given the goal umpire a falcon. He had the whole goal to kick to, Jake O'Brien, and he's kicked it straight into the volunteer goal umpire. That will be a fine at the Lavington Panthers this week. Scott Montgomery for the Newey.
Normally when they're your club umpire, you've got to look after him a bit, don't you? But he absolutely drilled that from 3 metres away into the bicep. Well, I think it was Frankie Oster down there, so he'll be struggling laying bricks this week.
He'll have a Sharon tattoo on his
I reckon it's doubled in size already to come that hard. It's definitely blown up. They'll have to get the ice out to him so he can keep waving those flags.
Yeah, so there you go. Well done, Gus McLeod. So the goal umpire's been branded down at the Hannah Street end with Sharon over his forehead, or thereabouts. Philo back to McCarthy for the Rovers. And then they play on to Jolliffe. He wants to go back through the middle. Gee, Hopper was hot in his hammer. He got rid of the ball, though, Jolliffe. In towards the forward 50. Dylan Stone along the ground. Has he kicked it? I think he has. So well done. What an effort. Picking up the ball inside 50. Went in quickly. And he has kicked a ripper.
He's kicked his second goal. And he's playing a really crucial role here for the Wangaratta Rovers on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. 16 plays the Rovers 31 with a quick response, Monty, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan Stone again, just a classy finish when the ball come to ground. And I think Bristow has been kicked at 2 more than any other player in the O&M this year. Just hasn't quite been able to clunk him, but he's definitely bringing it to ground, which is bringing their small guys into the contest.
He's come with big raps as Mac Bristow, former VFL ruckman with full forward with Port Melbourne, I should say. Ball back in the centre. Coming through nicely was McQueen. Handballed in towards space. Lavington have numbers. McQuaid gets amongst the action at ground level. Ball trickles out the back. O'Brien got a little grubber kick in towards space. Hopper wanted it, got ignored on the half-forward flank. Come the Panthers. McQueen nicely, but got to get rid of it. Umpire said free kick on the footy. Here come the Panthers through Hopper. 45 from home. Not a noted goal kicker. And with a kick like that, it might be wide. Across the face to the left-hand side for a minor score. And you can see both sides in this game want to play attacking, fast-paced football. It's great for the neutral viewers. Murray's going to kick in from full-back for the Rovers, and he comes out broadcast side.
And he finds Amory. So Amory on the arc of the 50. Hannah Street And on the broadcast side, just a high sort of nothing kick. Glanville sitting under it for the Panthers. McClure did well from the Rovers just to make a contest. Now O'Brien into Hopper. He's getting involved, Hopper. He's been busy the last couple of minutes. Goes inboard, trying to find Hennessy. Might have caught one high, did he? Yep. So they will get it back, the Panthers. Just starting to link up okay here. 31 plays 17. Almost 6 minutes gone. Ben Ashley Cooper, ordinary kick. Off the ground, Sean Driscoll burns out of the pack. On to Dixon, has a pot shot at the goal, wide, and in fact it's hit the behind post. It's out of bounds on the full as we go to Dan Vaccaro for 40 winks.
You asked about Sammy Hopper for Lavington just before, Lukey, so he's had the 3 touches already this quarter and he's 8th for the match.
Very good,
Dan. 40 winks stat sheet.
So Murray plays on from fullback and kicks out towards Marklew. Broadcast side, nice fist from Glanville. Marklew, a bit of a throw, but the umpire said it went out of bounds before you did so it's a boundary throw-in. It can't be a throw if the ball went out of bounds first, umpires. It's quite simple, and that's the decision that's been made. We'll ball the footy in. True centre wing broadcast side, 17-31, favouring the Rovers on the C&B truck and bus scoreboard. Ball's at ground level, busting through the pack nicely. The Rovers have numbers as Marklew takes a strong mark, who's starting to work his way into this game. Marklew down the line, kicks a good one, flying across the pack nicely. Was McQuaid, a little bit slow to get up, copped a bit of a whack on the way through. It's a congested forward line, but they get the football in deep. Stones at the back of the pack coming through nicely as Miraz Lanaz and stripped of the football. It's a free kick holding the footy. It's going to go the way of Lavington. The ball's in the hands of Chris Annette.
So Annette comes out this side, high ball, a strong contest. A few players went to ground. Rovers, Carpenter, short to Dylan Stone, back to Carpenter, high hand pass. And then Amory along the ground, scrubby old kick, bursting out as a net. Just says, boys, we've got to get out of this danger zone. But it'll be coming back again, and that ball was with Jolliffe. Gus.
Not his best kick. Now towards the half-forward flank, the ball goes to the top of the goal square. And marking uncontested in defence is Jack Harlan for Lavington, who brings the football up nicely. Ashley Cooper at full-back for the Lavington Panthers. They come out broadcast side trying to find Tim Hanna. Got a little deflection on it. McQueen wants to find the centre of the ground. That he does. It's a cracking kick, but it's split 2 Rovers in the middle. And Lavington intercept nicely. And they're going to try and slow things down a little bit here. Chip kick over the top's nice. Finds Butler. Left side, centre half back. Butler in towards true centre. Not his best kick. Well read nicely by McQueen. Comes through nicely. Carpenter just disposed of the football incorrectly, I thought. Jolliffe goes backwards to go forwards. Murray gets a nice block. Wants to find the left boot, and now he gets it. Kick was smothered by Butler. Up on towards the wing. The Rovers have numbers everywhere. There's no defensive pressure. Nice kick from McQuaid's a little low chiseler. Lanaz marks too far from home. In the end, chips into the pocket, and McQueen is marked 45 metres out. Call it directly in front, and Lavington seem to be running around like Brown's cows at the minute, Monty.
Yeah, as soon as that ball turns over, they just got nothing. They're trying to push so hard forward to try to get back into this game, but they're not really running defensively to help their teammates out.
So McQueen, who's been brilliant to start here at the Lavington Sports Ground, he's already kicked 2. We saw him play some blistering games for Southern Districts in the Northern Territory. He's emulating that form in the O&M. Kicks on the way. McQueen's got 3. And the Rovers, they've got 6. 6-1-37 to Lavington, 2-5-17. It's on the C&B truck and bus scoreboard. Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Here's Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, just on the 40-wing stat sheet, boys, Rovers have started really, really positively. They've had this 6 inside 50s to Lavington's 3. Looking really, really good. And their big names are getting involved. It's Sam Murray again. He's had 3 early touches along with Dylan Stone and Sammy Carpenter as well.
Yeah, gee, they're out to a handy break, the Rovers, 37-17. So 10 minutes gone. Second term at the Lavington Sports Ground. Dylan Stone bursting out of the middle, has a bounce. Look at him go, running through the centre. Right foot, trying to find Bristow. Defender in front was Glanville. Now that was McQueen again. Then back onto Lanaz, left foot bouncing towards goal. Oh, gee, I tell you what, the Panthers just got back in time and knocked it across the line. and it's gone through for 1 behind. So 38 plays 17. Scott Montgomery from the Newmarket Hotel. That nearly broke the right way, that bounce, Scott.
It did. I think Alex Marklew, if he had his time again, would probably take the mark. He probably could have taken that, but he thought he'd let it bounce through, thinking it was going to go through. But Jimmy Osa did really well defensively to get back and help out.
So here's Nolan, not his best handball. Cook had to work hard. O'Brien got a bit of attention off the footy. He emerges with the football nonetheless and handballs in towards space. It's nicely. Butler goes for a torpedo down the centre of the ground, trying to find a teammate in Dixon. Brings it to ground level, but had no support from his crummers. Applies a big tackle and will ball the footy up. Call it true, centre wing broadcast side. Around the ground for Mr. Stokes, Pool World. 3-quarter time at the Normins Oval. Wangaratta 100, the Roos 49.
Ball at the half flank. Here's Sam Murray coming out for the Rovers. Oh, gee, just tightrope the sideline. Did it beautifully and then went up forward to Mark Clue. So they've got it on the arc of the 50. Wheels around right boot. Goes for home to the near side and has gone through for 1 minus score. So 6-3, 39 plays 2-5, 17. Almost 12 minutes gone. Scott, down to you for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, that little bit of play there by Sammy Murray is a bit controversial. Adam Snyder wasn't very happy he wasn't called out of bounds, and it was definitely out of bounds. I nearly touched it, boys.
There you go.
In the words of Brian Taylor, that was out of bounds.
That's exactly what Adam Snyder just said.
If you just joined the O&M live broadcast, the Lavington Panthers 2-5-17, the Rovers 6-3-39. Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Lavington have the football, but not their best kick. Hargrave, lucky to get a free kick for a high. He's got it on the right half-back flank of the Velodrome side for the Panthers. Chips inboard nicely. Lavington not having many options present up the ground, so they're playing methodical football at present. Glanville comes inboard, nice-looking kick towards Hart. Wants to come out towards Nicholson. And they're playing tempo footy here, the Panthers. They're waiting for options to present. Nicholson kicks long down the line, kicks a good one, but brilliant work at the back of the pack. The Rovers have numbers, tapped in towards space. It's a brilliant little 1-2, and the kick goes down the line from McCarthy. It was a Petters Aubrey play that had to keep that football alive, the man who forgot his jumper today. And you probably want to play a good game of footy today, Luke, because it's probably the one thing you need to pack to a game of footy, and that's your attire.
Gee, play of the day, all right, Gus. That was fantastic out here, just in front of our commentary position. Ball ground level in front of the contest. Rovers going in, and that was Amory. And the ball has found the boundary line. 39 plays 17 at this impressive facility, the Lavington Sports Ground. Looks absolutely wonderful, particularly under lights. Garland out to Ashley Cooper. He took the tackler on, and he's gone.
Very late.
Yeah, and he wants to appeal it. Anyway, Dylan Stone with the ball for the Rovers. What's he got down there? Mark Clue calling for it one way. He got a good block for one of his teammates. The other's a one-on-one contest. Mark Clue with Glanville. Oh, what a mark. Fantastic. Alex Mark Clue, one out with Glanville. He was calling for it. Ball went in. And Gus, that was a beautiful mark.
I'm loving the new Alex Marklew in 2022, of course. He was the sole key forward last year for the Rovers. Now with the inclusion of Mac Bristow, they can play other forwards like Raven Jolliffe down there at times and a few others. Marklew is going to a new level.
Looking at the Rovers' 7th, and he makes no mistake. He puts it through to the scoreboard end. And, well, Lavington, they will desperately need the next goal. The Wangaratta Rovers get out to a good lead as we tick up towards almost the 15-minute mark of the second term. And it is the Rovers. As we wait for the scoreboard to tick over here, we've got everything flashing. They lead 45-17, Gus.
Scott Montgomery for the Newey.
Yeah, boys, I think Snyder's going to have to pull a few moves here because they're just what's happening at the moment is not working. Cross half forward, they're just getting repelled way too easily. So they're going to find a link-up player through there to try and get it in nice and deep so they can actually hit the scoreboard here.
15 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Big Jack Driscoll links up nicely with Ashley Cooper. Inside forward 50, Darcy Smith crumbed it beautifully. Got on the second bite of the cherry. Well done, young fella. Keeps the football alive for the Panthers. Hargrave left it behind. Coming through nicely is Cook for the Panthers. A tackle applied on McQueen. Ball's at ground level. Trying to spin his way out of a web nicely. There was Smith. The captain Carpenter get amongst the action. Kicks towards the boundary line. He did it in a nice fashion. That's a boundary throw in 50 metres out from the Lavington goal. Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks.
Tommy Hargrave's just a one-man show for Lavie at the moment, boys. He's had his 6 touches of the quarter on the 40 Winks stat sheet.
One-man show, Dan Vaccaro set. Hannah down in front. Tom Hargrave got it out to Hopper. She's brought to ground in a strong tackle by Timms. And the umpire says, I'll have it. So some good footy inside the 50. At the Hannah Street end, as the umpire sends the ball aloft. Hannah left-handed down. Hargrave working hard. Timms, a net for the Panthers, swings out. He got brought to ground. Naish, he tries his best. Out to Tom Hargrave, quick snap out of the pack, left foot, behind. So it's gone through for 1 minus score on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard, and 45 plays 17, Gus. 18, I should say.
Murray, not his best kick, but he gets it to true centre wing, working hard as Stone, keeps it alive, and it's going to work out nicely and favourably for the Rovers. Nice kick inboard from McQuaid to centre half forward. Here's a chance for McQueen. He's kicked 4. He's an absolute star, Jake McQueen.
Gee.
The boy from East Point has kicked 4 majors to start this quarter on O&M Live. The Rovers off to a blistering start here. Scott Montgomery for the Newey. That is why Darren Creswell brought that man to this football club.
Yeah, absolutely. His finishing is just next level, isn't it? He's hit 4. He's looked very dangerous when he's got the ball inside 50. But not just that, the way Sammy Murray just took it out from the kick in, and got it up to centre wing. And there was just one more kick in their inside 50 for Jake McQueen to kick that goal.
Yeah, Rovers have started hot this quarter, boys. They've had a 10 inside 50s to Lavington's only 4, and it's on the back of their midfield. Dylan Stone on the wing has also been fantastic on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Someone get a hose. Jake McQueen is on fire. Ball back in the centre. McQuaid. Now this is Philo on the boot, inside attacking 50, and a push out against Mark Clue. And Glanville will win the contest on this occasion as he takes the Sharon, and he's asked to straighten up behind his mark. Low ball, and he finds O'Brien up towards the half-forward flank, wanting Dixon. Ball spoiled from the contest. Nolan for the Rovers, didn't think he had it. Anyway, he's been brought to ground by Robertson. Ball out of bounds. Gus at the Hannah Street end, far side.
Just on the 40-wing stat sheets quickly, boys. Jackie O'Brien's had his 5th touch for the quarter, and that would be his 9th for the match. He's been good.
Been impressive, the boy from Bendigo. 41 disposals to start the year. Here's a chance for the Panthers. Left foot kick from Captain Grumpy, and he's kicked it. Lukey Garland's. It'll be Captain Smiles now. The Panthers needed that one.
No, he won't.
Luke Garland kicks a much-needed goal for Lavington on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. They moved to 3-6, and Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. They really need their big-name players and their older heads to step up here, the Lavington Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. And Luke Garland started the trend here, just kicking that captain's goal there, and he's put himself straight through the middle as well. So he's trying to lead by example. Him and Jake O'Brien are obviously 2 that are really going to have to get him going through the middle.
A much-wanted, dearly needed goal from the Lavington Panthers on their home deck. And, well, it goes without saying, they need the next one also. McQuaid up against Driscoll, now in the ruck. Jack Driscoll, that is, in the 2 Guernsey. Tonight, Sean Driscoll playing in 14 for the Panthers. A whistle, and it's coming the way of Ashley Cooper. Gus, as well, the Panthers have got their hands on the footy, and that's exactly what they need.
That it certainly is. We'll go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet. How many for Ashley Cooper?
Ashley Cooper's just had his 8th, boys.
Ball's in the hands of Hennessy now. Kicks in towards full forward. Big pack flies. Second bite of the cherry. Hannah, I thought he brought it to ground level nicely. Here's a chance for the Panthers. Ashley Cooper. Handball was poor. Clearing kick nicely from the Rovers was Philo. In towards centre half forward. Bit too much on it for Dixon. Driscoll gets amongst the action. Handballs backwards to go forwards. Ashley Cooper nicely for the Panthers. Kicks down the line. It's a good one. Too much on it for Dixon. Coming in nicely was Philo. Handballed out wide to Smith, who goes velodrome side up towards true centre wing. It's a foot race. Emerging with the football nicely was Gorman, who kicks the centre half forward to a big contest. Ball's at ground level for the Rovers. They're just trying to get the football forward at every cost. Mirrors Lanaz kicks inside forward 50. Here's a chance for O'Brien. He took the game on and the umpire said nothing in it. Play on. The Panthers got the footy deep in their defensive pocket, Luke, and they've got to be very careful.
Yeah, they do, Gus. They've got to be very careful. And that was a nice kick to Jack Driscoll. And Jack Driscoll goes down the line on the outer side. And Net, who's getting a few touches for the Panthers, there's no doubt about that, moves it on to Sean Driscoll. Is able to hold on to it. Now, this is where he needs something to present. What has he got down forward, Sean Driscoll? Hannah went over his head. Boyd, put a teammate under pressure. And now Smith will have a chance to pounce on it for the Panthers. He got tackled off it and he's gone. And the Rovers are out. Gus McLeod, and away they go.
And here's that magic man once again. It's McQueen. Left foot kick down the line, not his best kick. As Lavington intercept across the half-back flank. Kick inboard from Driscoll's okay. Garland gets amongst the action. A chance for a net, and here come the Panthers. They're going to stream inside forward 50 through. I just lost my train of thought there as Darcy Smith gets amongst the action for Lavington. Nice tackle applied by Nolan. Will ball a footy up deep in the pocket. Lavington desperately need a goal here. 6-3-6-24 to the Rovers, 8-3-51. It's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Way down towards the Hannah Street end. Ball on the turf, pinging around. Cody Shutt had a go, so too did Timms. Carpenter, did well. Out to Nolan, and then gets it on the left boot, sends it down the line. Lanaz at the back. Glanville now for the Panthers, swoops on it. He got his kick smothered by Marklew. Now McCarthy, he'll battle away. They spat it out, and the Panthers came away with it through Ashley Cooper. They go to centre half forward. Now that's a net. Getting down there, he swings around, puts it on the boot, sends it forward, and Carpenter knocks it across the line for one behind. 8-3-51. Plays 3-7-25 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Gus McLeod.
Luke Francis from McRae Motors on O&M Live, and Sam Murray. This is his bread and butter, playing on from fullback and kicking long down the line. Mirrors Lanaz dropped the mark he should have taken, and concedes a boundary throw-in right in front of Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Gussie, Michael Pup Clark, he's done for the day. He's got the tracksuit jacket on and that's him gone.
We'll have to get a look into that one, of course. The former skipper only just making a return to football this year, which is heartbreaking if it's a long-term one for Pup. He's a legend of the Rovers. Football comes back into play. Hargrave gets the clearing kick, trying to find O'Brien on the half-forward flank. Broadcast side, lowers the eyes nicely. And O'Brien in the long sleeves is lighting up the 40-wing stat sheet, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, he has, boys. He's just had his 7th touch this quarter, and he's had his 13th for the game.
Darcy Hennessy will take this shot 35 metres out, maybe 40 on a 45-degree angle. And as the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock tricks on to 23 and a half minutes, this is probably the biggest kick for the Panthers of this game so far. In comes Hennessy. Opens up the angle. Left foot kick, not his best. It goes to the top of the goal square. Ball at ground level now. A clearing kick from Jolliffe. Out towards Carpenter. Getting amongst the action is O'Brien once again. Keeping it alive is Hennessy. Ball at ground level. Carpenter, where he does his best work. Stone gets amongst the action nicely, and he's hugging the boundary line. Inboard to Lanaz. Lanaz to Gorman. Right foot kick down the line. Brody Filo's in a paddock if he can get the sit. But Mr. Reliable at the back of the pack, Butler clears for the Panthers.
He certainly does, and he comes to centre wing. Good fly from behind from McCarthy. Takes a nice mark, and he is away. And he drives it forward inside 50 for the Rovers. The Flyers over the back, though. Scooting out the back is Garish, and he picks up a goal for the Rovers. Well, it was just too easy in the end, but gee, McCarthy, didn't he take a ripper down here, Scott Montgomery? That would have been just in front of you. You would have got a great sight of that mark for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Alex McCarthy just judged that footy better than anyone else around him. It was a great grab and got it moving quick and got it to a contest, went over the back, and Jackie Garish unsighted where his opponent is, but he's come from that far wing to get down there and kick that goal.
just on the 40-week stat sheet, boys, Rovers have just had their 14th inside 50s to Lavington's 10. So came back a little bit in the middle of that quarter, but Lavington are just running away with it this quarter now.
Ray White Rural Netball update. Coro at Rutherglen have defeated the Wangaratta Magpies by 4 goals in the A-grade netball. And it'll be a happy trip back up to the John Ford Park tonight for the Roo girls. As the football comes back into the centre of the Lavington Sports Ground. Ashley Cooper, another clearing kick in towards forward 50. Murray couldn't get it on the second bite of the cherry. Darcy Smith, and a great tackle from Nolan, holding the footy. He's the inspirational leader of the Wangaratta Rovers, the man they call Shagger Nolan. He's won himself a free kick on the left half-back flank broadcast side for the Rovers.
Didn't the crowd lift underneath Shagger Nolan there, Gus? Oh.
Well, I've mozzed him because he's kicked on the full.
Yeah, he did. So he knew he'd put it in our box. You could have marked that, Gus.
I wish I didn't. Not enough talent to mark that one, Luke. I need a bit of grippo.
You know, don't run yourself down. Garland, here he goes, swings around on his left foot, sends it forward. Oh, gee, big pack of players going up. Jolliffe just knocked the ball over the back. Lanaz, McCarthy, he just wants to get out of the danger zone for the Rovers. Bottom of that pack was wrapped up, and Stuart Booth was on the bottom of it, and the umpire will take the ball, Gus McLeod.
True centre wing broadcast side, Dan Vaccaro, the inside 50s on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, boys, so Rovers are up to 14 and this quarter, and then Lavington have had the 11.
Garland's kick was smothered. Gorman gets amongst the action with Carpenter, who kicks towards centre half forward. Probably not his best kick, but it works out favourably. Here's a chance for Garish, who goes to Jolliffe. Right foot kick towards the top of the goal square. Not his best. And taking a good, strong mark is Glanville. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. Billy Glanville has been an inspiration and been superb across the last couple of weeks for the Lavington Panthers.
Yeah, he's been fantastic again tonight, just in those one-on-one contests. He's just got to stand tall and try and repel as many as he can, because I think it's going to keep coming in at the moment.
Ashley Cooper off to the running Driscoll. Sean Driscoll, that is, towards centre half forward for the Panthers. Dixon wrapped up by Sam Murray, both in a standing tackle. And the ball will have the umpire. Well, the umpire will have the ball, I should say. Contest again. Comes down. McCarthy has been very good in the last couple of minutes. Now here's Bevan chasing after it for the Panthers. Good contest out there. Garland off Philo. Didn't he rip him across the boundary line just adjacent to the scoreboard? And we will have a boundary throw in, Gus.
9-3-57 to the Lavington Panthers, 3-7-25 on the C&B truck and bus scoreboard. 27.5 minutes gone. Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Driscoll, Jack brings it to ground level. Curley taken away from the footy. Hopper, right foot kick down the line's a good one in towards space. Corby Robertson flies high. And joined by Cook as the football trickles out of bounds as the siren sounds for half-time here on O&M Live. The Lavington Panthers 3-7-25 to the Wangaratta Rovers 9-3-57 on the C&B truck and bus scoreboard. Plenty more to come on the other side of the break, including the Elders Rural half-time show. It's the Panthers and the Rovers with Gus McLeod, Luke Francis, Dan Vaccaro and Scotty Montgomery. You're listening to O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev, for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
On 2AY. Welcome back to the Lavington Sports Ground, and at half-time here at this magnificent facility, it is the Wang Rovers, 9-3-57, leading the Lavington Panthers 3-7-25. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. Scott, what are your thoughts on the first half?
I think this is the Wangaratta Rovers we thought we were going to see all year. We haven't really seen it, but they've been able to slingshot from their halfback. Obviously, it's a damaging halfback line when you've got Murray, Jolliffe, all guys like that. They can really use the footy and break lines with their speed and being able to really spread the ground. I don't think Lavy's been able to keep up with them once they get between the arcs with the football. They just seem to kill them on turnover, and a few times they got out the back and there's been no one on the, Gerrish's goal, there was no one with him and stuff like that. So they've just been able to break those lines open, which has really hurt Lavington on the turnover. And Lavy going forward, they're just really fallen down across half forward. They haven't been able to find that link player that can get them deep inside 50. And, Brant Dixon's having to come right up, and then when he goes deep, he's not there to be the option. So they need to find another option across half forward, whether that's Luke Garland goes there because he's been playing a lot through the middle or what, but they need to find someone that can take a grab and really drive it nice and deep. Very good. Dan Vaccaro is with us on the 40 Winks stat sheet. Of course, Brad Freak's, as we said, in the lead in the outstanding understudy. Tell you what, he's been throwing nice, I reckon. There's been a lot of nice in Freaky's back the last few weeks. But Dan's
I don't know why you're trying to greaseball Freaky, Lukey, but it sounds like there's a bit of a bromance going on between you boys, is there? But no. Yeah, look, great quarter by Rovers again. So they're just kicking away with it, really. And take your pick for the Optus's quarter's best. We're going to have Jake McQueen for Rovers that quarter. He kicked two big goals, and he just looks like such a likely target up there as well. Actually, just a special mention too to Dylan Stone. He was fantastic that quarter. He had the 8 touches and 13 for the game.
Some of the stuff he's doing is magical, isn't it? He's so clean at ground level.
He's so smooth. He's so clean. He's just great to watch.
And stuff like that.
And for Lavington, I thought Ben Ashley Cooper that quarter was fantastic. He had the 9 touches. He's had 13 for the game, so he had a quiet first quarter, but he was fantastic that quarter for them. Yeah. Him and Tommy Hargrave are really carrying a load there for Lavington, I think. There's not really anyone chipping in. Like Sammy Hopper's only had the 9 touches. He's been okay. Jakey O'Brien's had 12. He's actually been pretty decent, but Tommy Hargrave and Ben Ashley Cooper just look unreal for them, and they're carrying the weight.
The halftime show brought to you by Elders Rule, of course. Great supporters of O&M Live. Scott, how do you quell Jake McQueen's influence in this second half?
Well, he's doing all the damage as a half-forward midfield, so he's not actually playing deep or anything. He's just been able to work. He's really fit, and he's able to work really hard forward once they win the ball through the wings, and he's just outworking his opponent basically and getting free. A couple of times taking a couple of nice marks in the first quarter, but the 2 goals he kicked in the second quarter was coming from the midfield and being able to work really hard forward to take an uncontested mark or finish off the goal that he finished off on the snap. So he's just a class player, I think, and he knows how to find the footy. He's had a lot of touches, and he gets really disappointed. There was one turnover he had here, and he really gave it to himself and worked really hard defensively, so he's working both ways.
Adam Schneider will be disappointed, particularly with the first term, I reckon, on the home deck, the Rovers just getting away, getting that break, as you want to do as a visiting team, and makes it hard, doesn't it? You're on the back foot.
Absolutely, and I think it's one of those things. Lavington's always been a proud club, and they try and always say don't lose at home. But I think the Wangaratta Rovers have been wound up this week by Darren, and he's got them going early. And, that's the sort of footy we knew they could play, and it probably takes a little while to quick with the amount of travellers and guys like the NT boys that come in late, didn't do a lot of pre-season. Brody Philo and Jake McLean, they didn't really train with them, so now they're into the systems. They've been around for about a month to 5 or 6 weeks now, so they're able to know each other. Like the first game, I think Brody said he only knew about 3 names out there. So, that's how late he came into the picture. So, the more games... It hard, it does, and that's probably why it's taken so long for them to click. But that first quarter, they really clicked, and they're able to play that football they want to and get it nice and wide and make the ground really big and make the Lavington players defend.
Not sure if you caught it, Scott, because you're making your way up to the box here, but just as the Rovers were about to leave the ground, Darren Creswell pulled them in again, and he did have a stern talk to them down in front. He was very animated here.
I have a feeling, knowing Darren, that it would have been that last week they were in this similar position to the Raiders, had a good lead, and let's not slip. Let's just not rest on that. Let's really push them away.
They almost did, and they did it in the season opener as well against Murderford. I think there were a few goals up too going into the first half, and that sort of went wayward as well. So you wanted to address it.
Yeah, and also one other thing, I don't know if you saw it, Luke, but Alex Markley walked off with his boots off behind the team about probably 20, 50 metres behind him. Just obviously those feet problem are really playing up, so I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully he can come back out in the second half.
Yeah, I didn't pick that up, so there you go. That is a good pick-up, Scott, and he took a magnificent mark down forward here, didn't he, against
He's looked lively, hasn't he?
That's been a great contest, particularly at times.
Well, I think Alex, once he gets up the ground and can get him back on the fly, he's probably on top, but when it's one-on-one, I think Will's probably a little bit too strong for him in those contests where he can stand, but when Alex gets a run and jump out of it, he looks dangerous.
Tough question. Can Adam Schneider pull any positional changes for this third term to try and get things back on their terms early?
Yeah, well, as I said earlier, I think it's just that half-forward link player they need to find. Who that is, I don't know. Whether it can be a young kid like a Jesse Hart or someone like that, or whether it's got to be a big, experienced body and a Luke Garland or a Jack Harlan who's doing quite a good job down back, but maybe he has to go forward and be that link player because it's just turning over. Sam Murray's just doing what he wants back there, and he's really damaging. Their half-backs are just flying for marks and bringing it down to ground level instead of actually having to defend players on the lead. They're just sort of bombing it in there, but that's why they need that link player that can then get it on nice and quick and get it deep. You don't mind bombing it if it's deep because at least then if it hits the deck, your smalls come to the game, but when it's at that 40 metres out, it can really slingshot the other way pretty quick.
So maybe something different, Scott, just something out of the box, just to give them something that I suppose can bring about a bit of caution to the wind.
Yeah, they've got to find something. I don't know who it will be, but
exactly,
they've got to find something they can do, because if it keeps going like this, it could be a really big margin by the end of the game.
Exactly. Again, half-time brought to you by Elders Rural. Dan, again, those stats leaders in the first half brought to you by 40 Winks. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, we'll go through the stats, boys, just with each team. So we got Lavington, centre clearances. They had 3 for the quarter. That takes them to 7 for the match, to Rovers 6. So the midfield battle, I just want to touch on that quickly. We expressed that could be a little worry for Rovers, but it hasn't hurt them at all. Their half back is where they're getting all their ball and their scores from, with, as Monty said, Murray and stuff before. So they haven't really missed Gaston and Webb yet. And then the free kicks, 5 that quarter to the Rovers 3. Inside 50s, Lavington had 11 that quarter. That takes them to 21 for the match. And then you have Rovers 15 for the quarter, 28. So they're both getting up there in those. Ben Ashley Cooper from Lavington, as I said, he's been fantastic. He had 9 that quarter, 13 for the match. Tommy Hargraves continuing as he always does. He's had the 9 that quarter, 17 for the game. Jakey O'Brien, 8 that quarter, 12 for the match. Sammy Hopper, he's been a little bit quiet for his standards. He only had the 4 that quarter.
Yeah.
He had the 5 in the first, so it takes him to 9. So he's got to get moving in the second half. And then move over to the Rovers players. So Sammy Murray, we touched on him, so 6 touches that quarter. He's had 16 for the game. Brody Philo, he's been quiet for his standards. He only had the 3 that quarter, 7 for the match. Sammy Carpenter's been okay as well. He had 6 that quarter, 11 for the game. And Dylan Stone, who I actually think's been probably one of the best on ground, he had 8 for that quarter and 13. And he got himself a couple of snags too, Lukey.
Yeah, he certainly did, Dan Vaccaro, for 40 Winks. Let's go to Scott Montgomery around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Poolwell.
Yeah, thanks, Luke. If we have a look at the other game that's going on at the moment, it's deep in the last quarter there, and Wangaratta are home. They're leading the Cora Rutherglen Roos by about 89 points, 22-13, 145 to 8-8-56. So really, really convincing win there. And in the game earlier today, which was on our other sister station, 3NA 1566 O&M Live, was Yarrawonga just too good for the medal for Saints, 13-13, 91 to 7-4-56.
Very good. And as we said, guys, here at half-time at the Lavington Sports Ground, it is the Wang Rovers leading 9-3-57 to the Panthers 3-7-25. They've got to get a wriggle on. The Panthers, they've got to start the third term cleanly and sharply and try and get themselves back into this contest. Boys, AFL and a full-time Port Adelaide, they got away on the Eagles. You got a feel for them. They've faced more hurdles.
Absolutely smashed them.
Yeah, Eagles have faced more hurdles than Sally Pearson this year. It's been a tough task, hasn't it? Sorry, Scott, I was ordinary, wasn't it? My apologies.
I don't know where to go with that after that one, Luke. Wow.
Yeah. He's been known to have a few singers, Luke.
They've got the comedian in next door. I reckon Luke could go and take the microphone off after that singer.
How much could I charge? $2 or $3.
I reckon you might have to pay them.
Oh, that's ordinary. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, but that's a whopping win, 117-33. And as we said earlier, and a lot of people would know this score, the Crows, of course, 63 to the Western Bulldogs, 62. Tex Walker closed it out with an absolute gem close to the boundary line, Scott. Wasn't it a beauty?
Yeah, he's a good player, Tex. So it's good to see Adelaide get over the line, and the Bulldogs are struggling. So it's good to see. I'm not a massive fan of the Bulldogs. So yeah.
Clearly not, Jesus.
Yeah, and of course at 7:40 p.m. over in the west, it is the Dockers taking on the Carlton Blues.
That'll be a ripper.
It certainly will, yeah. We've got to get to a break here, guys, on O&M Live. And of course, on O&M Live, remember, you won't miss a thing.
A.T. Jones, your local Davies specialists for all your irrigation needs.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
What a cracking...
Watching the game at home is
the Rural Halftime Show. Gus McLeod, Luke Francis, Dan Vaccaro, Scott Montgomery with you. It's O&M Live. And the halftime score, the Lavington Panthers 3-7-25. The Wangaratta Rovers 9-3-57. Once again, a big shout out to Travis Cartwright and the team at Cartwright Productions. And of course, Luke Chilcott and the team at Wangaratta Computers are putting together the Ovens and Murray live stream today. Superb pictures to complement a superb broadcast as well, if I don't say so myself. Boundary side, Scott Montgomery to the Newmarket Hotel, Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet, and myself, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis with you for McRae Motors. Vaccaro, just before we get stuck back into this game, mate, can you see Lavington clawing their way back into it?
No. No, to put that bluntly, I don't think they will. I think Rovers look really good, mate, so they might just go strength to strength here, but no, I can't see Lovey getting back into it, I'm afraid.
We'll go to Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Just those pitch conditions, boundary side, the dew starts to set in.
Yeah, dew's definitely setting in, boys. It's going to be really slippery this second half, and also, as we speak... Pup Clark's done, as we spoke about before half-time. He hasn't come back out of the rooms. And Alex Markler has had a bit more treatment since they've come on the ground on those feet, so hopefully he can get through the game.
So just to clarify, Monty, he took his boots off before the half-time break, did Markler, and he's almost limping a little bit, potentially an ankle or a foot.
Yeah, I think it's a foot, mate. He had them re-strapped, more the bottom of the feet rather than the ankles or anything when he came off in that second quarter.
So not too far away from recommencing play here at the Lavington Sports Ground. The Panthers 25, the Rovers 57. And that's on the Peter Bowen Home scoreboard. Third quarter action on O&M Live. The Rovers and the Panthers. We're doing it for Ag Boss. Here's Luke Francis.
Big second half coming up on O&M Live as we have a contest between Hannah and McQuaid. Ball goes to ground, it's wrapped up, and we have an immediate, another ball up. Goes aloft, Hannah, down at ground level. Hargrave came through. Now that's Gaffney, gets it on the left boot and gives a forward entry to the Panthers. Whistle, holding by the arm, was it? And it's going to go the way of the Rovers. So Nolan has it.
Yeah, off the ball there, Lukey, that one.
Well picked up, Scott, for the Newmarket Hotel. This side to McQuaid. Just left a centre wing, gave it to Dylan Scott. Beats his opponent, has a bounce. Now he wants to go back inside. He's got himself in a bit of trouble here. No, he hasn't. He did well, got out of it. Short kick, though, to Boyd. He's going to have to run quickly. Does so, gets on the boot, Gus McLeod, and he sends it down to the half-forward flank for the Rovers.
That he certainly does, getting amongst the action here. Respective clubs go inside, forward 50. Good work from Mark Lou. Ball's at ground level, snap on goal. It looks like it was from Lanaz, or through for a minor score from Nash, I should say. On the Peter Bowen Home scoreboard, Lavington 3-7-25, the Rovers 9-3-57. With the kick-in duties from fullback is Adam Butler, and he's like to take ground and kick long is what we've seen early days, and that's the command once again. He went for a torpedo, wasn't his best attempt. The mark has been intercepted by the Rovers. The ball's in the hands of Raven Jolliffe, too far to score, so he goes a right foot kick inside forward 50. And a chisel-like kick. The mark has been taken. And that's really sloppy, I should say, from the Lavington Panthers. They didn't mop that one overly well. And Stewie Booth will go back and have a set shot 40 metres out on a slight angle. Good chat, lads. Stuart Booth will go back and have a set shot here.
I reckon he's a fair chance of kicking this too. He's a nice kick of the footy, Gus.
Thanks for the chop out there, boys. Stewie Booth's already kicked one. He starts his approach from 40 metres out on a slight angle. Kick has just got the legs, and it's got the accuracy. It doesn't. Through for a minor score. Stuart Booth's got 1-1. The Wangaratta Rovers extend the lead, 9-5, 59 to Lavington, 3-7-25. Peter Bowen Home scoreboard.
Can get interesting when everyone wants a break at the same time on radio. That's for sure. Hargrave has the ball with Sharon. And then comes out with a 25-metre kick, I reckon. Just outside the edge of the 50. Harland back onto Glanville. Gets it out to Hopper. He fumbled. Now he's under pressure. Had to go to Dixon. Out wide to Glanville. So they eventually work the ball out of their defence to centre wing. Good contest. Jolliffe has a chance for the Rovers. Right-hand pass along the ground, trying to find McCarthy. Ball out of bounds, though, on centre wing in front of our commentary position as we go down to Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, boys, this quarter started really well for the Rovers. They're just pushing up a little bit higher as the defensive end, and the Lavington Panthers are having to follow just so they're not getting too far in front of them.
Jolliffe concedes a boundary throw-in. True centre wing broadcast side. Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks.
Yeah, Tommy Hargrave's got his hands on it early. He's had the one touch, moves him to 18 for the game, boys, on the 40 Wing stat sheet.
Ball comes back into play, working nicely is McQueen. He's already kicked 4 goals. His handball is Paul. Hopper intercepts and goes a right foot torpedo punt down the line. Murray, one-handed attempt, left it at ground level. Here's a chance for Cook. Right foot kick for the Panthers inside forward 50. Darcy Smith, he's taken the long sleeves off at half time. Maybe as an act of inspiration to try and work his way into this contest. The Rovers slow it down through Jolliffe. Got to get rid of the football quickly. Goes to Murray. Centre half back, left foot kicks, an absolute beauty out to the Velodrome side, and here come the Rovers.
They certainly do, and they run through the middle of the ground. McQueen fumbled, had a magnificent first half, and, well, he's been paid the free kick, so they play on the Rovers. Here comes Sam Murray, working from behind him. Then a low, spearing ball inside, attacking 50. Mark Luke comes out, gets onto his right boot, around the body. He snuck it through, and he has got 2 goals. A beauty to the Hannah Street end. And, well, I thought they were lucky to get the free kick in the centre of the ground. McQueen scored it. And away they went through Murray as we go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, they've started really strong again. Wang Rovers, they've started really well. They've had the 3 inside 50s already, and it's on the back of their superstar player Sam Murray. He's had 2 touches already this quarter, and he's had 18 for the game. He's been great.
Monty, those ankles looked all right there from Mark Luke.
They did. He broke a couple of his own then, didn't he, on Adam Butler? But he's a class finish. Once he gets the ball in his hands, he does some special things, Alex.
Around the ground, so Mr. Stove's Pool World, Wangaratta, 27-14, 1-7-6 to Lavington. 8-9-57.
They're playing Cora, I think.
Yeah, they are playing Cora. This is Lavington, and they're taking on the Rovers. It's 25-65, favouring the Rovers. They'll have a ball up on the half-forward flank. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Gussie, we're watching Lavington and Wangaratta Rovers here, but you can see now the Rovers are really starting in on top through the middle of the ground, and even though Timmy Hanna's probably getting his hand to it first, the mids are just getting to work.
So coming away from the contest was Stone, puts it on the boot, right foot, sends it in forward. McCarthy went to ground. In fact, it was Lanaz, and he's been pinged hot with the Sharon. And Butler has the ball for the Panthers. So they've got to string something together from this play. They come out to the broadcast side looking for Dixon. Gee, against 3 Rovers, that's tough, Scott. Hard to win the footy when the Rovers are defending like that on centre wing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dixon's been leading up and trying his hardest, but they've just been able to double team and drop off and go against the biggest option.
Second quarter action. You're listening now on M Live thanks to Agboss. Boundary throw-in, true centre wing broadcast side. Give that one to Hannah in the ruck. Tapped it in towards the pathway of Driscoll. Left it behind, trying to keep the football in play. Are the Rovers will ball the footy up. Right on the edge of the paint. Dan Vaccaro for 40 wings.
Dylan Stone started well again for Wang boys. He's had the 2 early touches, and that brings him to 15 for the game on the 40-wing stat sheet.
25 plays 65 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard in the third quarter. Tim Hanna brought it to ground level. Head over the football nicely was Mac Bristow. The umpires found a free kick. It's going to go the way of Ashley Cooper for the Lavington Panthers. True centre wing broadcast side. He's going to look for some options to open up. He goes inboard. It's a poor kick. Booth dropped a mark he should have taken, but he composed and regathered. Right foot kick across the body, inside forward 50. Working hard is Mark, who has gone deep. Bevan kept the football alive and conceding a boundary throw in the end are the Wangaratta Rovers. 40 metres out from goal, right in front of the grandstand here at the Lavington Sports Ground. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, for 40 wings, boys, Rovers have had that just their 5th inside 50 this quarter already, so they're looking good.
Boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Bristow up against Hannah. Ball comes out the back of the contest. Marklew tried to get it on the boot. Got brought to ground by Bevan. Glanville just puts it on the boot and gets it outside defensive 50 for the Panthers, but they've got no one out there at the moment. Smith's in a foot race with Jolliffe. Now Nolan gets the handball up to Jolliffe. Just palmed his opponent off. Gerish. Jack gets it on the boot. Sends it in with a left foot high ball contest there. Ball out of bounds as we go to Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel boundary side.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit scrappy the last couple of minutes, boys. Obviously, this dew's really starting to take effect on the footy, and a few fumbles and some missed kicks starting to come into the game.
Yeah, absolutely right about that.
Football comes back into play, deep in the pocket for the Rovers. Trying to dive on top of that one was Jolliffe. Left it behind, coming through nicely. Intercepted from Timms. Gets the ball inside 450. Good strong mark taken on the lead. Looks like Miraz Lanaz emerges with the football, and he'll go back and have a set shot 35 metres out on a straight, or pretty much caught directly in front angle. And boys in commentary with me, this is where you guys chime in and provide the expert comments.
Yeah, I'll go, boys. Knowing Darren Creswell on the way he coaches, he always says to his forwards, be in front first to move, and that's exactly what that was. A quick kick out of the pack, and Lanaz was just able to move first and in front of Butler. So once you're in front, it's hard to come around as a defender.
He's got a bit of an awkward kicking style from memory. Miraz Lanaz.
He's watched it plenty of times on replay, I reckon.
Hence the nickname Miraz. He's one of our favourites. He's more noted as a backman. Left foot kick on the way. Well, he reckons he's a forward now. Miraz Lanaz loves it. He'll watch that one 15 times on the replay this week. As the Wangaratta Rovers, they get their 11th. 11-5 to the Lavington Panthers. 3-7-25. It's on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. Monty, Miraz will love that one.
Oh, he will. And Nan up at Beechworth, she'll be listening in too. There's another one mentioned for her. He told us last week we had to mention her as much as we could.
Yeah, so there he goes. Miraz, got some airtime on Good Friday down at Wang.
For someone that doesn't touch the footy that much, we talk about him a lot.
Yeah, well, No, you have to get Chrissy to send him an invoice, Scott.
I reckon we will.
What do you reckon, Gus?
I think so. If you've got to set up a business called Mirrors, you'd get a pretty good run, Lukey.
That's it. So Garish, here he comes. Look at him. High ball inside 50. Who's going to be under it? Up they go. Bristow.
Mirrors.
It's Mirrors. Oh, how could you get that wrong? Look at Mirrors.
The only
he
part...
is standing tall, Gus.
Has he got the journey?
Well, I was going to say, the only part that Tristan Lanaz won't like about this is his name wasn't called as he took the mark, so he'll be a bit upset with that one during the week, Lukey.
He certainly will, Gus.
Don't worry about it during the week. He'll be on it tomorrow, boys. He'll message me and say, who's that bloke who got that wrong? I
might have to knock a bit off the invoice, I think, Scott. Here we go. So Mirrors, what can he do? Lanaz, left foot, sends it a long way down on the line of contest, and the Rovers are going to try and bring it back into play. Dylan Stone's under the ball. He's right, and it's out of bounds, Gus.
Boundary throw-in 25 metres out from the Rovers' goal. Dan Vaccaro, the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, Rovers have had the 7 inside 50s this quarter, boys. They're looking very good, and Lavington have only had the 2.
71-25 favours the Rovers on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. Football comes back into play 25 metres out from the Rovers' goal. Here's McQueen. He's already kicked 4 handballs into space. Stone dropped it at the crucial moment. Ball's at ground level. The Panthers have numbers trying to clear it. It's going to come back pretty quick, though, through the likes of Timms to the top of the goal square. Marklou's at the back of the pack. If he can get a nice sit, O'Brien works tirelessly for the Lavington Panthers to concede a boundary throw-in 25 metres out at the Hannah Street end of the ground.
Gee, McQueen going back there was fantastic. Just got the fist to it. And he had to go, and he did. OK, Bristow up against Tanner. Ball wrapped up. Gee, that's a strong contest to the Hannah Street end far side. And we'll have another ball up. 71 plays 25 on the Peter Bowen Homes scoreboard. The Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock ticks up to almost 12 minutes. Ball high up in the air. And it has gone out of bounds on the full, Gus, as we go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, just for Lavington, boys, not enough players are getting their hands in the footy. Jakey O'Brien yet to touch it this quarter. Ashley Cooper, Hargrave and Hopper have just had the 1 as well.
Butler marks it. True full-back for the Panthers. Hannah Street end of the ground. Right foot kick, trying to find O'Brien. Got there in the end with some late pressure from Marklew. Put him down for a 40-wings disposal. Dan Vaccaro kicks in board. Probably not his best kick. Working hard is Hennessy. Back to O'Brien. Right foot kick. Down the wing. Velodrome's side. Lavington slow the football down. They come in board to Driscoll. This is Sean. True centre half back. With not many options presenting. Here comes Glanville. Got to get rid of it quickly, and that he did. Kicks long down the line. Carpenter, the captain. And Captain Grumpy Garland. He's playing some game as the skipper brings the football back in towards play. The ball's out wide. Here's a chance here for the Rovers. They can get a clean gather, putting his head over the football nicely. Free kick and a whistle for McQueen. Lanaz says play, and I'll take this one to Ryan Stone. Lowers the eyes to Marklew on the lead. But intercepting beautifully, coming across the back of the pack. It was a nice strong mark taken by Gaffney.
So they move it to the outer side, the Panthers. Ball is with O'Brien. He wants to come back inside to Tom Hargrave. Gee, I tell you what, he did well. That was a saving mark, because the ball wasn't good for him from O'Brien. So, Tom in the 13, Guernsey. Of course, his coach, Adam Schneider, wore number 13 of the Sydney Swans and the St Kilda Saints. Ball on the outer side. Hannah, the man from Hay, in the knee guard. Always stands out. Just a mountain of a man. Then up to the half-forward flank for the Panthers. And Sam Murray has picked it up. OK, Dan, on the 40-wing stat sheet. How many for Sam Murray now?
He's had the 3 this quarter, but 19 for the match, Lukey.
Gorman, right foot kick down the line's an absolute beauty. And a paddock opens up for Stewie Booth. If he can get the football in deep to Marklew. It fell into his lap and he took it on the second bite of the cherry. Snaps, kicks, Suntan goal of the day. Alex Marklew points to the Lavington Sports Ground fans and says, how do you like that one, boys? Marklew's kicked 3. Ankles or no ankles, Monty, he's looking pretty good at full forward.
Yeah, he's looking very dangerous back there. And as you can see, Lavington are trying to get up and play in front of their man. But with when Stewie Booth got out in the open, you could tell he was going to be able to get it over the back, which it ended up getting there. And a nice finish by Alex Marklew, who's really starting to take this game away from Lavington.
Yeah, Rovers dominating now, lads. They've had the 9 inside 50s to Lavington's 10 this quarter, and it's on the back of some of their players. Sam Murray's been fantastic, and so has Dylan Stone on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Panthers need an answer. The next major is a necessity for the Lavington Football Club. McCarthy comes out of the middle, just a scrubby old kick down towards the half-forward flank, fortuitously ends up with Amory in the 43 for the Rovers tonight. Amory, he's taken a while to get rid of this ball. He's gone for Mark Clue, going back beautifully, his heart, and he has taken a mark, and he plays on, Gus.
He's probably not his best kick. McGarland emerges with the football for Lavington, kicks towards centre half forward. Nolan made a good contest. Hanna in a little 1-2 towards Hennessy. Couldn't quite kick the footy at the crucial moment. Shagger Nolan gets amongst the contest. Ball at ground level. Murray ran into a brick wall of Lavington players. Lucky to get a handball away, and they concede a boundary throw in right in front of the Peter Bowen home scoreboard, which reads the Lavington Panthers 3-7-25, the Wangaratta Rovers 12-5-77. Third quarter action. You're listening to O&M Live thanks to Agboss.
Here we go. Ball hurled back into play. Sort of a low, flat throw in. Glanville. Ball on the turf of Lavington picked up. Glanville again. Right foot on the boot. Robertson tried to go through. Hargrave missed it. Gaffney on the boot. Left foot. Has he got it? It was touched. And it's gone through for one behind. 77 plays 26. On the Peter Bowen Homes scoreboard, Gus McLeod.
Monty, boundary side for the Newmarket. A lot less vocal activity coming from the boundary level of the coaches at this stage in the third.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Darren might be a little bit happier with the volume that's coming out of him at the moment, so which is good to see. But just a quick one, Glanville's actually rolled forward for Lavington, so that might be the option they've looked at for that half-forward link-up player.
So there's a free kick in the whistle. It's going to go the way of the Rovers with Timms. It's a left foot kick in towards space. Read like a book by O'Brien. How many 40-winks disposals for O'Brien on the Panthers?
16 disposals for Jakey O'Brien, Gussie.
He's been superb on the 40-wing stat sheet.
17.
Put him down for 17, Dan Vaccaro. He links up once again. You can't miss him tonight for the Panthers. Long sleeves and fluoro orange wheels. His kick wasn't great. Up towards the left half forward flank broadcast side. We'll ball the footy up on the bound. We'll have a ball up, I should say. Third quarter action thanks to Agboss on O&M Live. It's the Rovers and the Panthers. 77 plays 26, favouring Wangaratta.
Yeah, you're right, Gus. He does stand out, O'Brien. Very noticeable in the sleeves and the orange boots. Here's Hopper. Right boot, sends it in forward over the back of the pack. Timms, just a wild old kick. Just wanted to get it on the boot. Smith. McCarthy. Oh, did well to win that contest. And then on to Smith. And then a good contest from Ashley Cooper. Ball smothered, out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw-in as we go down to Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, boys, obviously the game's starting to even out a little bit the last couple of minutes with Lavington being able to hold a bit of ground position, but I think that they need to hit the scoreboard very soon or else it's all over.
18 minutes gone, third quarter. Aubrey GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. Stone, dinky little handball, works out okay. Kick down the line from McCarthy was okay. True centre wing broadcast side. Coming through is Driscoll. This is Sean to the captain, Garland, with an up and under kick in towards the centre of the Lavington Sports Ground. It's been intercepted nicely.
That's what happens when you don't have a right boot.
By Garish. Thank God I don't work with him, Monty, because you're going to cop a bath on Tuesday from him. Lenaz, or I should say Garish, inside forward 50. Marklew brought it to ground level. Where are the numbers for the Rovers? Butler's been gallant in defence. Handball in towards space, and they emerge at the footy via Jesse Hart. Kick out towards the Velodrome side. Wings a strong mark taken by Robertson.
Certainly was. Great clutch on the footy, and then goes short. And he's got a teammate in Dixon. Dixon, high ball, inside forward, looking for his other tall in Hannah. Ball at ground level. Timms did well. Kept the ball in front of him, and then got it on to Murray. How many now, Dan Vicario, for 40 wings?
21 for the match, boys.
Yep. So, what a start to the season he's had, Sam Murray. As the Rovers go through Jolev. She'll have to get rid of that ball. On to Garish. Left foot down the line, Gus McLeod. And the ball is on the outer side.
That it certainly was. Philo snuck onto the ground, boys, and I didn't see a player come off.
No, there was. There was just a bit of confusion on who was going on. Stu Booth come off, mate. So
could have called for the old-fashioned head count. Scores are wiped. Here's Philo. How many of him on the 40-wing stat sheet?
That was his 9th just then, Gussie.
And he goes inside forward 50, kicking on his best, but it might work out okay. Mark Lou comes out from full forward. He's led a long way up, and the umpire's found a free kick, and he might be getting a free kick for high. It was high contact, and Mark Lou will go back 45 metres out. We'll probably have to hit this one 46, 47 on a slight angle. Special comment. This is where you talk.
I think he's a big chance of making the distance, his boys. But once he gets out to this sort of distance, he arcs around. So it could go anywhere. But I'll back him in from here.
For a bloke who's had a mediocre call at best today, I'm hanging a fair bit of crap on you blokes. Mark Lou from downtown. It's a Sunjan goal of the day. He gives the big cobra to the Lavington fans. And Mark Lou's got 4. And he should have got his ankles strapped earlier, Monty, for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, those feet, obviously no issue at all when he's kicking the footy, so he's doing well. But he was lucky to probably get that free kick, because I don't know if Brody Philo meant for the footy to go out that way with his kick inside 50, but all things work out well in the end.
12 inside 50s now for Rovers this quarter, boys. They've been fantastic. It's on the back of some of their stars. Sam Murray continuing his great work. He's had 5 for the quarter and 21 for the match, and Dylan Stone's had 4 this quarter and 19 for the game.
Scott Montgomery, Dan Vaccaro, also Gus McLeod and Luke Francis with you on O&M Live. So the Lavington Panthers came into this game with 1 win and 2 losses. A mirror image, the Wang Rovers, 1 and 2. And tonight, the Wang Rovers with a big break on Lavington at home. Ball in the centre of the ground. Cody Shutt, Luke Garland for the Panthers. High and up and under. Robertson. Ball comes out the back. Smith brought to ground. So both teams having trouble here gaining ascendancy. Now the Panthers will try and pick it up and move it to the outer side through a net. Here, Gus, ball along the ground, and a bit of scrappy play as they start to clean up now.
And it goes inside forward 50. The Rovers have numbers. That's a risky handball. But the umpire said it went out of bounds before you did so. Boundary throwing deep in the pocket, favouring the Lavington Panthers. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. The rotation's starting to slow off a little bit.
Yeah, I think the ball's been stuck out that other side a lot this quarter again, Gus, as you were talking about at half time. But, yeah, it sort of makes it hard to get the changes going, which Darren Creswell gave me a spray here one day for not making changes when he gets stuck out that other side.
There you go. I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets a spray.
Mate, I'll get him all week, so you'll get used to it.
He's very nice to me, is Darren. You just joined the broadcast. 3-8-26, the Lavington Panthers, the Wangaratta Rovers, 13-5-83. Football's 40 metres out from Lavington's goal. A free kick. It's going to go the way of the Wangaratta Rovers. Looks like it's Carpenter. He's going to win the footy at fullback for Wangaratta Rovers and switch it out to the Velodrome side.
He does. He spears it out to Smith. He's with the footy just outside the arc at the scoreboard end on the far side. And he goes with a long kick up towards true centre wing. Bristow couldn't quite clutch the Sharon. Ball at ground level wrapped up. And we'll have another contest. Who are the standouts, Dan, on the 40-wing stat sheet for the third term?
For the third term, well, for Rovers, Sam Murray's been fantastic. He's had the 5 touches, and Dylan Stone's been good too. He's had the 4 touches, which takes him to 19. Those 2 guys have been really good. Carpenter being quiet with 1, and Philo being quiet with 2.
We'll put Philo down for another 40 wings disposal. He emerges with the footy on the broad or the Velodrome side of the wing. His kick wasn't great. We'll go to Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. The foot skills seem to be dropping off a little bit as the dew starts to set in.
Yeah, big time, boys. You see the ball drops and stuff down here at ground level. They're just not quite what they normally are. And just trying to pick it up at their toes like they were in the first half, just not happening anymore.
Ashley Cooper, nice pick up for Lavington. Kicks up towards the forward line. Good use of the body. And the mark has been taken by Boyd, who's been quiet today compared to his Good Friday contest. But he's been more than serviceable. His kick comes out wide as the Rovers switch the footy to Nolan, whose kick's an absolute beauty to Booth, who marks on his knees true centre wing broadcast side for Wangaratta Rovers.
They lead by 57 points. The Rovers inboard to Carpenter. And they're happy just to hold the ball up here at this stage. Sam Murray. So the Panthers have manned up pretty well here. Now a high ball inside 50. What will happen on this occasion? Came tearing out was Harlan for the Panthers, bursting out of the pack. Gaffney, left foot to Ashley Cooper. Short ball inside to Will Glanville. And he goes out to the outer side. And that's with Garland, Gus.
Had an option out wide on the Velodrome side in Hopper, which he chose to ignore to go in towards centre half forward. Trying to drop on or take it on the second bite of the cherry was Hannah. He'd be disappointed with that, the big fella. Hopper gets his hands on the football now. True centre wing. Darcy Smith calls for the handball. Ignored. Hopper plays on, goes inboard. Ashley Cooper wants to get the link up. Nicely done by Annette. Back to Hopper. Inside forward 50 go Lavington. Murray's backing into the hole. Read it beautifully. Mops up the football. Left foot kick in towards space is a good one. As Garish marks in the back pocket. Handball's out to Carpenter, the skipper of the Rovers. Low chiselling kicks, a beautiful one. And the mark's been taken, diving at full stretch by Stuart Booth, just forward to true centre wing broadcast side.
He had to stretch, didn't he, Gus? And it was a great mark. Down the line he goes. Booth, Jack Driscoll, at the front of the contest, out the back, Glanville. Now, this is interesting. Jolliffe and also Ashley Cooper. The ball was between them, and, well, a nice sort of attempted shepherd from Cody Shutt in the contest, with the sirens gone to bring three-quarter time here at Lavington Sports Ground, Gus.
On the Peter Bowen home scoreboard, the Panthers 3-8-26 to Wangaratta Rovers 13-5-83. It's going to be a momentous task for the Panthers to claw their way back into this, but it's all coming up on the other side of the break. Three-quarter time is upon us, and we've still got one big quarter to go. You're listening to O&M Live on 15663 and E and 1494 2AY. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Ground up.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Live on 2AY.
Welcome back to L&M Live. 3/4 time at the Lavington Sports Ground. The Panthers 26, the Rovers 83. As we go to Dan Vaccaro for the Optus Quarters Best for your local Optus stores in Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta. And if you go to the Optus store in Wangaratta, you're going to see the Wangaratta Rovers runner, Wally Pasquale.
Thanks for that, Gussie. So for the Rovers' best, I had Sam Murray. He was fantastic that quarter. He had the 7 touches. It just looks like he's their main man from scoring off the half-back line, so he was great. And for Lavington, if I had to pick one, I thought Jakey O'Brien was pretty handy that quarter with the 5 touches.
Well, cross-boundary side, Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. You were so up close with those coaches' addresses at the 3/4 time break. What was the messaging?
Oh, no, that's what you pay me for, Gussie. But, yeah, Kreza was really happy with what happened in that third quarter, and you said just keep going with it, boys. Whereas Snides wasn't quite with it. He thought, as the Rovers coaching staff are trying to cop what the rugby bloke said, but Snides said, yeah, just need to keep working the ball. Let's take forward what we can out of this last quarter and use it next week.
I actually thought one of the assistant coaches from the Rovers was going to ask for an interview there.
Yeah, I was going to get him on, but...
He made a beeline for you. Normally they've run away from you, Monty, boundary side for the Newey.
Kreza normally yells at him, get away from him, so he doesn't like the media very much, Darren.
Oh, and he still finds a soft spot for you. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's only because I have to deal with him for 40 hours a week, but...
Scotty Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Dan Vaccaro, before we get underway, quickly casting your eyes over the 40-wing stat sheet on the team-based stats.
The team-based stats, boys. The big one is the inside 50. So Rovers have had 41 to Lavington's 27, which is evident in the scoreboard, and 8 to 9 in the clearances Lavington's way.
So not too far away from recommencing. Around the ground, so Mr. Stove's pool world. It was Yarrawonga too strong for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints today. And the Wangaratta Magpies with their 3rd straight consecutive win by over 100 points in the SSNA. Ovens and Murray. The big question across the league and across the region is who can stop Ben Reid and the Magpies. But the question here is, can the Rovers hold on? 4th quarter action for Binglee. Here's Luke Francis.
The Rovers up by 57. Garland comes out of the middle, so they start well, the Panthers, and go straight to Cook. Well, this is what they need. So can Cook kick a goal to get the Panthers going in the final term? He plays on, got smothered, back to Garland, so they'll get another crack at it. In they go. Dixon, he was spoiled on this occasion. Ball trickling towards the boundary line, and, well, it's gone out of bounds, Gus.
Monty, that's probably just the youth of this Lavington Panthers side not taking that game or taking the awareness from the game to go back and have a set shot.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's probably that stage where they thought if they could get a couple earlier, who knows, but I think, yeah, as you said, just the youthfulness, he was just keen to get on the boot as quickly as he could, and the Wangaratta Rovers guys were set up ready to go.
Jolliffe handballs into space, leaving the football behind was Murray, dives on top of the football. Gaffney works hard, ball at ground level, Cook missed it. Timms handballs in towards space. Nolan gets amongst it. Carpenter's there. Trying to have a crack at it now is Stone. Handballs to Carpenter. Inside out, Banana down the line. Glanville probably been the shining light for Lavington today. Handballs in towards space. Stone ran into a brick wall. The umpire said nothing in it. The brick wall was Luke Garland. Nolan, left foot kick up and under down the line to a contest. Flying across the pack was McQueen, and it falls to a Philo, who's been quiet by his standards today, but that was a clever little handball to Gorman.
And away goes Gorman, right foot, beautiful delivery, finding Alex Marclue. Now he's deep in the pocket, and he's at the scoreboard end. He spears it, centering kick. Oh, that was a ripper. And he's found McQueen with a laser kick. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket. Nice delivery.
Yeah, and that's probably just the opposite ends of the ground, isn't it? Like, really good game awareness to go back, take his time and find an option, whereas Aidan Cook probably rushed his a little bit and got smothered. So just the difference between the two teams tonight.
Yeah, so McQueen, would you believe, will be kicking at his 5th major to the scoreboard end. He was fantastic in the opening half. What can he do here in the last term? In he comes, McQueen. On the boot. Nice contact. He's kicked a handful, Gus McLeod, and he has been the star here at Lavington tonight.
Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. A trait I love in a footballer is when they kick through it, kicking for goal. McQueen's done that with ease.
Yeah, every time he's had a shot on goal, he really kicks through it. He's a beautiful kick of the footy, and he's showing his class here, and why Darren Creswell was so keen to get into the club.
Yeah, just quickly on the 40-wing stat sheet, boys, Rovers just so potent going forward. They've had the one inside 50, but the boys are getting their hands on it early. Philo, Carpenter and Dylan Stone as well, having the first touch of the quarter as well.
Lavington, 3-8-26. The Rovers, 14-5-89. Very accurate goal kicking from Darren Creswell's men. Fourth quarter action for Bingley. Gus McLeod and Luke Francis from McRae Motors on O&M Live. And the umpire trickles his way back in and balls the football up once again. Give that one to Hannah in the ruck. Tapped it out and towards space. Emerging with the football is Gaffney. Left foot kick. Inside forward 50 towards the hot spot. Murray intercepts nicely. His handball was poor, to put it nicely. In towards space. Cook dives on top of the football for the Panthers. Emerging is Dylan Stone. He's played some game across the half-back flank. He's got it on the half-back flank. Velodrome's side. Chip kick over the top's a good one. And he's on for the 1-2.
Yeah, this is fantastic play from Stone. So look at him go. Geez, had some bounces. That must be about 5 or 6 all up in this 1-2 play. And then back to Garish again. He winds up, loads up with a beauty from outside 50, and he's kicked it. That is a Sun Jam goal of the day and an absolute Petters Aubrey player of the day too, Gus McLeod. That was a ripper.
No ball from the man himself, Dylan Stone. Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet. That was absolutely superb.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gussie. Dylan Stone's had his third touch for the quarter with that little 1-2. That helped. He's moved up to 21 for the game. Probably been one of Rovers' best.
Monty, I think it'd be fair to say Stone played a lot of games where he was in and out of the best and in and out of the action. Today he's really played a solid 4-quarter game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that VFL training he's doing every week now for the last 2 years is really starting to show, and he's gone to another level with his fitness and his speed and even his skills. I reckon have really stepped up now. He's playing in that VFL system.
Football comes back into the middle. Free kick and a whistle. It's against Hannah for a push in the ruck. And it's going to go the way of Jace McQuaid. He wants the handball to Philo. The 2018 Morris medalist kicks deep inside forward 50. It's a good-looking kick and taking a strong mark. Brute strength is Mirrors Lanaz.
That's him.
And a shout-out to Nan in Beechworth. And Mirrors will go back and have a shot on goal. He's only kicked 1-1. But there's a few things that will appear on the highlights reel for Mirrors during the week.
Gus, if Mirrors misses, is it 7 years bad luck?
Could potentially be.
Luke, that's the second poor one for the night.
I don't mind
That's fantastic, I reckon, boys.
I'm all for the zingers.
That's shocking.
Mirrors Lanaz. Fair dinkum, a bloke called Mirrors. Left foot kicks on the way. Mirrors likes it. He'll watch that one on the replay. The Wangaratta Rovers extend the lead. They bring up the ton. 101 plays 26 on the border carpet scoreboard. And Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. Mirrors is forming a nice little highlights reel for himself.
He is, isn't he? And he really celebrates afterwards to make sure everyone knows that it was him that kicked the goal. So it's good to see. But as you can see, out of the centre clearance again with the free kick, and Philo just got around the back. And his use when he gets moving is really, really damaging and was able to find the target inside 50.
Yeah, 3 inside 50s apiece this quarter for Lavy and Rovers, but Rovers have just been so much better up forward, cleaner, and they're getting on the scoreboard.
The GST's going back on that invoice, Mirrors. You betcha. Rightio, ball back in the middle. Here's Ashley Cooper, Bristow. Ashley Cooper did well, tore it away from the contest, right foot in towards attacking 50 for the Panthers. Oh, Jolliffe, I thought, caught one high. Umpire said play on. Sam Murray had a crack at it. Dixon goes in. He's at the bottom of the pack. Ball spills out the back. Nolan tried to get his hands on it. That's O'Brien. Nolan again. O'Brien. So, ball toing and froing from one side to the other here. Still at ground level. They're fighting away for it. Timms onto Sam Murray. They're going to get out finally, Gus.
And they're going to get a clearing kick from Murray towards the broadcast side, towards McQueen. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Bevan, right foot kick. In towards a kick and hope sort of a position. Big Jack Driscoll marks 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. And the umpire says, come around a bit, Jack. Don't open up your line too much. The boy from Turvey Park, or played for Turvey Park, I should say, doing a bit of VFL work this year is Jack Driscoll. And he resides in the Rock Huron Creek, Lukey Francis, your neck of the woods. That's a good kick from Jack. Kicks on the way. It doesn't quite have the legs. It falls short on the goal line. The Rovers have numbers. Brody Philo, another 40 winks disposal. His clearing kick is okay. Ball comes to ground level. McQueen, he caught one high. Or he gave one high, the umpire said. Free kick to Sam Hopper, broadcast side, just forward to true centre wing.
Hopper with the ball on the 29 Guernsey for the Panthers. Oh, he went to take McQueen on and he slipped, lost his footing. McQueen got the last laugh out of that one. So Jake, who's kicked 5 tonight, down the line. Nice kick. Oh, McCarthy's, or is it Gorman? It's Gorman. He's taken a ripper in a one-on-one contest. And he wheels around, little hesitant. Now he puts it on the boot. Forward entry here for the Rovers. Mark Lou back there. Hart came back with the flight of the ball and did well. Then on to Glanville and on to Harlan Gus, and they come up the middle. Then go to Hennessy.
And Hennessy kicks out wide. It's an okay kick. Had a little bit too much on it for Darcy Smith. Nolan lost his footing and then Smith respectively did so. The Rovers have numbers. They go inboard towards Timms, who's probably been a little bit quiet today. The left foot up, kicks out towards the half-forward flank, Velodrome side. The Rovers have numbers. Inboard towards Stone. Is he within range here? Dylan Stone steadies and hits the stick. On track to be the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, or certainly a contender, as Dylan Stone. He registers a minor score. The Wangaratta Rovers 16-6, 102. The Lavington Panthers 3-8-26. That's on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. The margin's blown out to 80 points, but it doesn't feel as if it's been an 80-point thrashing from the Rovers.
Definitely not, Gussie, but I think it's just that every time Rovers go inside, they're scoring, whereas at the other end, Lavie are really struggling, and it's rebounding out very quickly.
Panthers bring it back in, so Harlan's got it just outside 50 and got to the edge of the square. Puts the ball up towards... Well, now it's right inside 50 for the Panthers. Who's running onto this? O'Brien off the ground. Rolling, and through for one behind to the near side at the Hannah Street end. So 102 plays 27 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. And the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock is at almost 10 minutes in the final term here, Gus McLeod.
Murray registers another 40 winks disposal. He kicks in from fullback, and the umpires found a free kick for a hold. It should have gone the way of Raven Jolliffe, in my opinion.
Nah, they're both holding, Gussie.
Well called by you, Monty. That's why I'm paying you the big bucks.
Where's me puffer jacket? It's what cold down here now, Gus.
That's the puffer jacket as Robertson goes in towards full forward. Flying high, bringing it to ground level was Cook. The Rovers have numbers. They'll exit defensive 50 with Garish, who's got pace. He's bounced, slipped on him. And you got a soccer kick up the ground and get some clearing distance. I'm just going to put this on the record now. If the Harrow, our general manager, he comes back from the Northern Territory this weekend, if he approves in the budget, everyone can get puffer jackets. Because I am sick of this puffer jacket crap that I cop on O&M Live. The Rovers and the Lavington Panthers. Here's Luke Francis from McRae Motors.
Well, there you go. Get it in writing, someone. This is fantastic. Thanks, Gus. Well,
Lukey Francis has got more O&M apparel than he's had calls with us this year.
Hannah grabs it out of the ruck. Off to Glanville. He's been pretty good tonight for the Panthers. I've got to say that. He stood tall. Jolliffe takes a defensive mark, though, for the Rovers. So Wangaratta Oh, Boyd fumbled in the back line. Now he has to put the foot down. Handball over the top. Amory has to go. Cook got him. Back to Boyd. So they finally get out of trouble. This is Bristow Gus, and they send it forward.
Bristow, not his best kick, but Adam Butler played off his man nicely. Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. He's like a bottle of fine wine, Adam Butler. He's just getting better with age and arguably to be a contender to be the O&M Live Team of the Week once again.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a really good night. He doesn't get beaten too often, but yeah, he keeps his body in really good shape for a guy his age, so that's why he's still able to perform at the level he does.
I love the socks up still as well. Old school football up is Adam Butler. Lavington 3-9-27. The Rovers 16-6-102. He's on the border carpet scoreboard. Football comes back into play 40 metres out from the Rovers goal. Hargrave links up nicely with Garland. Left foot kick down the line. Not his best kick towards Driscoll. O'Brien gets amongst the action. But the umpire said it trickled across the white line out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Just forward a true centre wing favouring the Rovers end. Velodrome side. He's Dan Vaccaro with the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, Dylan Stone still continuing his great work, boys. He's had the 22 touches for the game and he's had 4 this quarter.
Scott Montgomery, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis for O&M Live at this great facility, the Lavington Sports Ground, the 4th week of O&M footy for season 2022. 102 plays 27, and the Rovers with this massive break. So they won last Friday, on Good Friday, versus the Wodonga Raiders on their home turf, and tonight they're going to pinch the points off the Panthers. Ball at ground level. Lanaz off the ground. Oh, it's gone through for one behind, so Mirrors couldn't quite put it through from Major there to the scoreboard end. Gus McLeod, it's one behind.
Monty, do you reckon Mirrors watches behinds as well on the replay?
I think he watches any touch he gets, even if he doesn't actually get a possession. If he touches it, he's watching it.
I haven't crossed paths with Mirrors Lanaz, but I hope he's a nice bloke. If not, I might have been a bit of strife.
He looks a bit scary with that mo he's got going, but apart, he's not scary at all, mate. You'll be right.
You could have made me aware of this earlier, Gus.
He's mates with Robbie and Mons, but
okay.
I haven't said anything, just for the record, lads.
The Rovers go deep inside, forward 50. Mark Lou couldn't quite bring it to ground, dropped it at the crucial moment. It trickles through for a minor score. The Lavington Panthers 3-9-27. The Wangaratta Rovers 16-9-105. 4th quarter action for Bing Lee on O&M Live. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel as we cast our eyes next week. The Rovers have got a big game against a red-hot Yarrawonga. That's going to be our O&M Live match of the day. At what stage does Kreza potentially bring a few of the guns off?
Yeah, well, I think Marklew is probably the one you look at, isn't it, with the sore feet and just been sitting at full forward for most of this second half. He's probably the one you really look at, but I think everyone else probably just needs to keep going at the moment.
He's just clipped a net there, and a net's got a 50, so he's going to come up to the heart of the Lavington Sports Ground with the Sharon. And the number 16 for the Panthers, and he plays on. He's got a runner on his outside in Harland, and Jack loads up with a beauty. Oh, gee, that was an unrealistic attempt from Robertson. Tried to go up for a piggyback or mark of the year. It just didn't come off. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, I think you forgot what time he's playing. He's taking the mark. He started taking that grab when the third started, I think. He got up nice and early.
Here's McQueen. He's kicked 5 today. On track with Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. He's kicked towards centre half forward. Probably wasn't his best. Adam Butler provides a contest for Lavington. Ball at true centre wing, Velodrome side. Handball nicely from Driscoll. Links up with Butler, who kicks it in towards space. He's going to gather his own footy. That's the way to get 2 40-wings disposals. Left foot kick inside, forward 50. Nolan got the better of Darcy Smith. Here's a chance for Robertson. Right foot snap across the face of goal. Running into the open goal. It fell into the lap of Aidan Cook. And I tell you what, boys, that could have been ugly.
You can't be happy if you're Corby Robinson there, can you? That was going straight through the middle, and Aidan Cook's going, well, I need one here, so thanks for that, Corby.
With the Premier Data ranking points that are available this year in 2022 on the stat sheet, I reckon Aidan Cook might have been trying to boost his ranking points potentially.
Yeah, so Robertson, he couldn't quite take that attempt through with the mark of the year, and he tried to kick a nice goal, but that's right. It was stolen off him. But anyway, the team gets a goal. 104-33 on the border carpet scoreboard. Rovers again, of course, with a big break. Final term, Gaffney, Glanville on the boot for the Panthers. Garland takes a chest mark. Centre wing, far side, then wheels around on his left boot, finding Sean Driscoll. What can he do on this occasion? Sean, the kick didn't come off. Cody Shutt was all over it. And the Rovers get back inside defensive 50. And they'll probably go to the outer side. They do. And Sam Carpenter has the Sharon at the moment, Gus.
And his kick's a nice one. And, of course, the Rovers will probably look to play some methodical football now. They kick down the line nicely. Mark's been taken by McQueen. Brody Philo, right foot kick inboard nicely. Dropping a marker, should have taken was Boyd. Slippery conditions here, and here come the Rovers. They go up towards centre half forward nicely. Jace McQuaid has a bit of space. Tim's left foot kick over the top. Here's the chance for Gerish. Gets a bit of candy solved back in towards Tim's. He got taken without the football. And then he had his legs taken out. Gerish, left foot kick inside forward 50. Not his best. The Panthers have numbers. They slow things down. Clearing kick in towards true centre wing position. The mark's been taken. Nice, strong mark by Driscoll. This is Sean. A little bit ginger to get up, but he plays by hand now. And here come the Panthers via Ashley Cooper.
Back into Sean Driscoll, and then on the right, Birdie sends it forward. Robertson going back. Couldn't take the mark. Thought he got brought to ground in the contest. Jack Driscoll onto O'Brien. Sam Murray did well, and Carpenter gets out for the Rovers. And McQueen, he's been the star of the night, and then spins it in towards the middle. Bounces off the chest of Bristow. Hannah onto a Panther in a net. He sends it forward. On this occasion, ball over the back of the contest. Tapped along the ground, and the Panthers have an opportunity here through Hennessy, and he's kicked the goal. So well done. The Panthers get one. They get their fifth. It's taken a long time. But some nice footy, Gus, I thought, in that passage of play.
Well said, of course, Luke Francis from McRae Motors. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, just for the 40-wing stats, boys, Lavington have actually showed up a little bit this quarter. They've had the 12 inside 50, so they've shown a little bit. Tom Hargraves has been okay with 3 touches, but still way off the pace in all aspects of the game.
Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Looks like Corey Robinson was a little bit ginger as he
He's
makes his way.
very, very ginger, and he nearly was going to go back out there, so I reckon he's not too bad, just a little bit sore. I think it's his wrist or his hand he's looking at the moment, so I'll keep an eye on that one for you boys.
A little bit of praise Mayo there, potentially. Football emerges from the centre of the ground. Ashley Cooper's been superb and gallant for the Lavington Panthers. McQueen, Philo was amongst the action as well. Here's Gerish, wants to find his right boot. Hargrave gets around one, right foot kicks. Going to ask a fair bit. Great spoil late. The Rovers have numbers. Glanville handballs in towards space. Hopper, right foot kick, trying to find Driscoll. Sean takes the mark and handballs over the top, but the handball was sloppy, to say it nicely. Darcy Smith, right foot kick to centre half forward, had a bit too much on it. Slowing the football down nicely. The Rovers have numbers through Xavier Naish. Got taken without the football late. And in the end, the Rovers will say, we'll play on with this one, Lukey. They'll give it to Nolan, and he kicks towards the Velodrome side wing position where Sam Carpenter marks.
Yeah, he's got the ball, Gus, on the far side, a long way away from our commentary position. Comes back inboard to the back flank, so Raven Jolliffe pushes up, and he'll come back so they concede some ground.
Happy to kill the game here, boys. They're just going to hold on to this for the rest of the game, I think, if they can.
Exactly, chewing up the time clock. Naish. And here we go. So this is building up the 40-wing stats.
Monty,
Dan Vaccaro, you'll have to get another biro. Gus.
I'll just take it away, Lukey.
Here we go. Sean Driscoll bursts onto the ball for the Panthers. Ends up with it over the top to Smith. He's taken a mark in the goal square, Gus. So the Panthers will have a shot to the Hannah Street end.
Darcy Smith won't miss from here, but Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Can I get your thoughts? Is this a message from Darren Creswell to try and practice this methodical style of football, chip it around and try and use this style of footy in the games to come?
Yeah, I think that's all it's been. That's what the message would be, because normally in a game like this, you just keep going as hard as you can, but obviously with a couple of tough games coming for Yarrawonga next week, at some stage they may have to play that sort of footy, so it's just good practice to do it in the game rather than just at training.
Yes, so...
But then that can happen also. You turn it over and cost yourself a goal.
Yep, so let's go to the scoreboard here and have a look at it for Border Carpets. It's 16-8-104, the Wang Rovers over the Lavington Panthers, 6-9-45. Gus?
Bristow and Hannah do battle on the ruck. Hannah's kick was smothered. Here come the Rovers. Left the football behind was McQueen as O'Brien emerges with the football. Darcy Smith couldn't quite hang on to the mark. Great crunching tackle applied by the Rovers. That was superb from for the Wangaratta Rovers. The umpire's blown his whistle here. Not quite sure what for. In the end, we'll ball the footy up in front of the grandstand. Give that one to Bristow in the ruck, in towards space. Trying to find the boundary line is Stone. Emerges with the football. Well done, McQueen. And he said holding the ball, the umpire. And Monty, I don't know if you got a better angle on that than me, but I thought he disposed of that very legally.
Yeah, I hope Dan put that down as a handball because he definitely got a hand
did.
to that. Yeah, no,
Definitely
he
put it down.
He definitely handballed it. So, yeah, just the one the umpire's missed there.
Sean Driscoll is getting his hands on the footy in the final term. Gus?
I was just going to say, he was 5 metres in front of
Gus,
him.
no umpire to centre around here, mate. Come on.
No, they're doing a cracking job. If you want to umpire, of course, AFL North East Border are looking for a couple more and maybe a few more club goal umpires as well after the poor bloke from Lavington. I think it was Jimmy Osa's old man who's been branded with the Sharon badge to start this first quarter as well, Lukey.
Yeah, that's right, Gus. Yeah, that takes us back, doesn't it? That was a solid hit. That is for sure. McQueen, nice delivery to Sam Murray. So this is what we said, just building up the stats here. Dan Vaccaro's had to reach for a... What's happened there, Gus? Something's fallen off the bench in here.
I'll blame Fritter. Of course, Andrew Moyer sitting in our box today.
Yeah, bang.
Bang. That's the Fritter effect for you. And here's Ashley Cooper. Right foot kick inside, forward 50. O'Brien on the second bite of the cherry. Takes a Petters Albury mark of the day. He'll go back and have a set shot 45 metres out on a slight angle.
Gus, that zinger was nearly as bad as Luke's two he's pulled today. The Fritter effect. Come on, mate. You've got to be better than that.
I noticed too how Gus slipped in the praise mayonnaise. I didn't mind that, Gus.
Yeah, no one got around that one.
I saw it. I heard it.
I'm in sales now, so Praise will be getting a phone call asking if they want to jump on board as a sponsor.
6 boxes on your doorstep on Monday morning.
They could do with a bit of the Praise mayonnaise in the Lavington canteen. Had a nice chicken burger at half time. Kick-off from O'Brien's on the way. He's missed the lot, unfortunately. We'll go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet, and things are starting to get a bit loose here on O&M Live.
Yeah, they are, boys. It's going wayward. I don't know what to say, but Sam Murray's been fantastic. He's had his 6th touch for the quarter, but he's actually had 29 for the game, and that will bring up his 30th, Gussie.
Yep, so Bristow kicks the ball, smothered, and it's coming out towards our commentary position just in front of the Rovers interchange bench. It's out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw-in. So we're getting up towards the 24-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Here's Gus McLeod on O&M Live.
Thanks, Lukey. Football comes back into play. Got clean bowled was Carpenter. Hopper shimmies and shakes, wants to find his right boot. He does in the end. Osa marks, right foot kick out wide, nicely to O'Brien, 55 from home. On the half-forward flank, sell some candy, O'Brien. Well, his first kick on goal about 2 minutes ago was out of bounds on the full, and that one, the same result. Had the potential to be a Sunjan goal today, he just missed the big sticks.
So, Tim...
Just a quick one, boys.
Yeah.
Mark Liu has come off and taken the boots off, so as we spoke about a bit earlier, putting him in cotton wool for next week.
Now Glanville has taken a mark here, so Tim's went out, and Glanville is going to send it straight back in for the Panthers. In fact, he squares it up to Ben Ashley Cooper. Ben with the ball just inside the centre square and missed his target in Hennessy. Nolan for the Rovers. Boyd, and then went back to Murray. He's under a ton of pressure. And now McCarthy onto Timms to Jolliffe. So there's been some possessions in the defensive 50 here. Try to hit Carpenter, but the Panthers are coming in again, Gus, this time through Hopper. And the mark taken by Hennessy. So
should
Hennessy
go back and kick this one, Lukey, I dare say. He's been lively in patches today as young Darcy Hennessy. He's a young emerging footballer with this Lavington Panthers team, and he'd like a bit of a goal, well, a second goal, I should say, Luke, to complement his performance today.
Yeah, he certainly would. So let's see what he can do. So a good opportunity to finish this play. Darcy Hennessy at the Lavington Sports Ground, spins the Sharon, settles on the boot. Nice contact, won't have the legs, and the ball has gone through for 1- score. Gus on O&M Live. Scott Montgomery, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis in the Lavington Media Centre.
Great to have your company on O&M Live. 12 hours of live local sports broadcasting today on 2AY and 3&E. Ashley Cooper Hopper for the Panthers. They go backwards to go forwards, fumbling at the crucial moment. O'Brien, probably been Lavington's best recruit this year, you'd have to say. Carpenter, low chiselling kick out towards the Velodrome side wing. Brody Philo, right foot kick down the line beautifully to Mac Briscoe. Too far to score is the former Port Melbourne full forward, so he kicks into the pocket. Probably not his best kick. The Panthers will be happy to concede a boundary throw in here as we go to Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel. And that's about all she wrote today, Scotty.
Yep, just waiting for the sign roll. I think everyone's ready to go in and sing the song here on the Rovers side, and the Lavy boys are ready to get ready and recover from this one for next week.
46 plays 104, favouring the Rovers. That's on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Here's Luke Francis from McRae Motors.
Yeah, 58-point lead, Gus, for the Rovers. So the supporters are going to be delighted with this win away from home at Lavington. Now, as we have a contest on the outer side towards the scoreboard end, ground level, Glanville up to O'Brien, trying to weave through traffic. Then on to Harland, who gets wrapped up quickly by McQueen. And again, we'll have another stoppage. Dan, have you got a standout stat on the 40-wing stat sheet in the final term?
Sam Murray, boys. He's had 8 for the term and he's had 31 for the game. He's been probably best on.
Back to his best form. I reckon he had a fairly lean year by his standards, Sam Murray, last year. But he's super fit this year. And he's played an instrumental part in getting the Wangaratta Rovers across the line. Dan Vaccaro is going to grab the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day sign, and also probably get the headphone splitter as well, I'd say, Dan, in that blue bag, so we can have a chat to a few of the boys down there, boundary side with Monty. But it's a cracking win for the Wangaratta Rovers. I'll put my hand up myself. I tipped Lavington to win today. The Rovers haven't been bringing their best form. Luke Francis tipped them as well. But
sure did.
The Rovers have made a response, and this is the football, Luke, that we expected from the Rovers in the pre-season. You don't win flags in April, but as the final siren sounds, 16-8-104 to Lavington, 6-10-46. This is the Rovers we expected in the pre-season.
Gus, it was a really strong, convincing win away from home, and they'd be absolutely stoked with that. So, as we mentioned at the halftime show, Darren Creswell really addressed his players heavily before they came in and went into the sheds. He wanted a concerted effort. He wanted them to keep, well, I suppose, attacking in the third term, and they've done that. And they've come away with a big win and closed this game out and run out 58-point winners.
5 goals to Jake McQueen, 4 to Alex Marklew, and 2 to Miraz Lanaz alongside Dylan Stone. Singles to Jack Gerish and also Stuart Booth. So a couple of star performances today for the Wangaratta Rovers. A good even spread of goal kickers, and they'll be really happy with their win today. We're not too far away from crossing to Scott Montgomery with the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Sport for choice today, I'd say, Lukey.
Yeah, certainly was. There's no doubt about that. Gus McLeod, Jake McQueen absolutely carved it up. Blistering first half. He finished with 5 majors. Alex Marklew with 4. Also, Dylan Stone picked up 2. I think Booth got a single. Maybe Gerish, of course, kicked a great goal to the scoreboard end. But that's right. We'll see who the player of the game is, Gus.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's young Jake McQueen. It looks like it is. Of course, it's the first time we'll be catching up with Jake. He's been in blistering form in the Northern Territory. Darren Creswell wanted him and wanted him bad. He's the boy from East Point, and he joined Scott Montgomery, boundary side, our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. It's the new kid on the block, Jake McQueen.
Yeah, the recruit this year, and the boys are giving him a lot of stick on the way past here too, boys. But Jakey, great game, mate. Personally, kicking the 5 is probably one of those games you finally got it to gel.
Yeah, it was actually a good win by the boys in the end. We did really well, and I'm happy with my performance.
Don't listen to them, mate. They don't know what I'm talking about. It was Sammy Murray giving you the most stick too, and he was here last week. But, mate, obviously, limited pre-season. Coming in the first couple of games probably weren't where you needed to be, but this last couple of weeks you really started to step up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think now that I've played a couple of games with all the boys, we're starting to gel a bit together, which has been good, which has boosted my confidence a bit. So hopefully I can keep it going.
Now, you've worked for Executive Gardens with Darren. What do you think of him as a boss or a coach? What do you prefer?
Oh, God, that's a hard question. I couldn't even give you an answer to that.
No, but obviously this week as a coach, he obviously had you really fired up that first quarter. You come out breathing fire and you were able to get on the end of a few.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Cressy gave us a good speech leading into the game, and we started real well, which was good, so yeah, happy.
Well, get in there and enjoy it, mate. The Anytime Fitness player of the day, Jake McLean. Well done, mate.
Thanks, big dog.
Big dog. That one is... Oh, Monty, you are not letting that one slide. Is that a nickname from the Garden State
No,
boys?
that's just Jakey, mate. He understands who's the big boys around the town, so...
Big dog.
The big dog, if you don't mind. He seems like a cracking young individual, though, Monty. Jake McQueen, a Ballarat boy, been playing a lot of footy in the Northern Territory, and Kreza had enormous raps on this kid, and I think today the Ovens and Murray saw why.
Yeah, absolutely, he did. He spoke about him all pre-season, that he was very happy to get him on board. As soon as he signed him, he said, get on watching the NT footy because this kid's got some wheels and he can really hurt some teams. And watching a bit of NT footy, he did do that. Wasn't sure how it translates for the O&M, but obviously today we saw the best of him.
Sammy Carpenter giving the boys a nice little pat on the back, and they seem like a fairly united group, the Wangaratta Rovers. Sam Murray asking for a bit of attention why he didn't get the player of the day. He's yelling out to you, Mike.
Oh, he is. He said, I had 40 boys. What do you want me to do?
Oh, maybe kick a goal, or I won't say that. Murray's an absolute
I'm going to tell him you said that.
What I do want to point out about Sam Murray is I reckon he's lost at least 7 or 8 kilos since last year.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
he's running that game so incredibly well.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And he said last week in the interview in the Good Friday game that he probably wasn't enjoying his footy that much last year with a lot of stuff going on, but this year he's got his passion back and he's just, been able to do what he wants to do. Kreza just lets him roam, so he's having a lot of fun.
We'll take a break. It was the Lavington Panthers not strong enough for the Wangaratta Rovers here on O&M Live. It's been a long day, boys. I've been going since 8 o'clock. We'll take a break. The song from the Rovers coming your way on the other side. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
A.T. Jones.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and